Global.
It has been a fantastic year in La Jaula, but the holidays are upon us. The gifts are coming early from Combate Global in the white-hot 155-pound division. That means the return of Cristian Puas Perez looking for the knockout.
Fight, are you ready?
Combate Global.
Oh, what a punch. What an incredible fight. Can you believe what you just saw? We have a champion.
Welcome, everyone. December is here, Combate Global, but Miami, Florida looks exactly the same. People on the beach, no snow to be seen, and it is red hot here in La Jaula. That's right, December has come. That means gifts, and the gifts here are knockouts, courtesy of the 155-pound division. It is considered right now the king of divisions. No exception here in Combate Global. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. Rodolfo, we've had a great year. You start thinking about 2024. You start thinking about the names that can carry us there. Cristian Puas Perez has to be at the top of the list.
He is the guy. He's become an attraction. Every time you see Puas on that poster, it's a must-watch show. Gotta tune in to see this guy. Anything can happen. His percentage rate as far as knocking out someone or even submitting someone are very high. And he's, I mean, look, earlier this week, Jimmy, he said pretty much wiped out the division in 155. He feels he's reached his peak in this. He wants to show what he's all made of. He's gonna show here tonight. But he's missing one thing. It's that belt. He says he wants a belt, but as far as carrying this company, this promotion, Puas is it. He has the his factor. He's a well-rounded fighter, and he's a must-watch fighter.
Well, here's another thing that I get to do. Although it's December, end of the year, I get to help you out with a last name. That's right. My Greek mom is going to help me out with this one. Anastasia Nikolakakos.
Nicolakakos.
It rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
Sweet.
Nikolakakos. But take it on. Ana Palacios. This is one of those fights where you look at Nikolakakos. She does everything right. She's aggressive. She switches stance a lot. She's, you say don't blink. It can end at any time. It's a little bit of a trope. It's true in her fights. Same for Palacios. Great ground game.
Yeah, Nikolakakos was making her debut here inside La Jaula. Strong girl stepping in, undefeated, has had some great fights prior to coming in here. And Ana Palacios, look, she said earlier this week, I want you guys to forget about that fight that happened last time ago. She had a little setback coming in. She feels that it was just a little trip. And she's going to show who Ana Palacios is here tonight. And if the way that she wins, if she were to knock out Nikolakakos, I mean, that just shows you, look, this is Ana Palacios. This is the person that I am, where I belong, one of the top in my weight class in the world.
Now, two very motivated fighters here in La Jaula. Let's get to know them now.
Hola, soy Ana, la guerrera Palacios, y vengo de la Ciudad de México. Para mí, el regresar después de mi última pelea es algo muy importante, ya que en mi última pelea no me pude desempeñar como me hubiera gustado. En esta ocasión vengo mucho mejor preparada y dispuesta a demostrarles que sigo siendo la misma Ana que siempre han seguido.
My name's Anastasia Elena Nikolakakos, and I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. My MMA journey began at the age of 5 with my father, Jimmy Nikolakakos. We started with the discipline of karate, Kempo karate. I was always athletic in other sports as well, like soccer, basketball, but martial arts for me has always been this discipline that goes beyond just an art. It was like a lifestyle for me.
Sobre mi rival Anastasia, sé que es una peleadora completa, al igual que yo. Sé que trabaja bien su pelea de pie y que tiene experiencia en el área del piso. Quiero salir de la racha anterior, quiero demostrar que estoy lista para enfrentar a las mejores.
10 years ago, there weren't so many women fighting. Even when I was training and coming up, there was, not a lot of options for fighters, especially at 105. But now you look around, there's so many females, and it's amazing to see. I think it's a beautiful thing. Whether I'm fighting my opponent, Anna, that's her name, I show respect for her as well because we both are in this sport as two females. I always say I always win for myself last, God number one, and the people that support me, my team, my coaches, my family, my friends, my students. Winning is the greatest feeling in the world.
Well, Ana Palacios touched on it, Rodolfo. Last time out, Chihiro Sawada outworked her a little bit, was a little bit more aggressive, excellent top game, but she was always trying to finish from the bottom. Palacios doesn't rest in any position, but got out hustled a little bit. What do you think that Do you think that leaves a little bit of a chip on her shoulder coming in tonight?
Well, she learned her lesson. And she said, look, I know what I had to work on. She's been working a lot about her boxing and her conditioning, which is she felt she needed, especially in that fight. What stands out about Ana Palacios is you can never count her out. If you go back before that fight against the Korea Bokum Park, you would have thought that she was losing, and all of a sudden she pulled up an armbar submission, and there you go. That's speaking to the devil. They heard me in the studio. Thanks, guys. That's exactly what she pulled off, that armbar when you least expected, and that is what this young lady is all about. She's the type of fighter that sticks and moves very fast, very consistent, great footwork, and that's what's going to be necessary against Nikolakos. I'm going to get it, Jimmy. I'm going to get it.
Nikolakakos.
There we go.
Nikolakakos.
Nikolakakos.
Right there, right in front of us right now.
Absolutely. When you look at this young lady, undefeated, power. That's what I just described her. Power, power, power. Great stand-up, great power in her hands. But where it could get very interesting if it goes to the ground. Palacios has enough transition, good defense on the ground. But that power that she has, that strength, if she could get you in that ground and pound, that could be very detrimental for Palacios.
With your background, Rodolfo, your kickboxing was your base. It's where you came from. Always have your feet under you.
Right.
Always have your hips under you. If Nikolakakos has a gap in her armor, it's that fork. She moves a lot. She isn't always on balance because she's always switching stances. That's part of the power you said she generates. She generates it from the hips, but there's a lot of movement, a lot of gaps that maybe Ana Palacios could take advantage of. Is that what you're looking for tonight?
That's exactly the key for Nikolakakos. Move that speed, work that power, trying to throw off Ana Palacios because she's the one that's going to stick and move. So you have to be keeping up with her pace. We talk about it here all the time, Jimmy. If you've promised that pace, you got to keep her throughout the fight.
Don't start what you can't finish. And we're not starting what we can't finish. So much more to go, including our breakdown of an amazing main event here on Combate Global. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back inside Univision Studios. The beats of Los Knockouts getting us ready to go. And there's going to be a lot of thunder inside tonight. And La Jaula here, Combate Global, Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. There are certain fighters, we all have them, Rodolfo. When someone isn't a fan of MMA, they don't know what's going on, you show them a fight. You show them certain fighters to get you going. Cristian Puas Perez, when it comes to Combate Global, he's got to be one of those names in terms of all action.
He's the guy every time. I said it earlier. It's a must. You remember must-watch TV or must-watch fighter. When you see Puas, it's a must-tune in because you don't know what's going to go with this guy. He can knock out. He can submission. He's well-rounded. And what's impressive about him, Jimmy, is every time, even though he has about 13 fights now, every time is something new in his arsenal. He went to Thailand this time around, Jimmy. You and I have trained out there. And we can tell the audience how that changes you as a person and as a fighter. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table here tonight.
Sebastian Piedrahita is an experienced fighter. He's been around the block. Also from Colombia. If you didn't see last week, the talent coming out of Colombia, that is becoming an MMA hotspot for sure. Incredible fights last week. It really highlighted that as a place to see the next up-and-coming fighter. Piedrahita, very much cut from that mold. Aggressive, rangy. A dog in there. Is that the best way to describe him?
Hence, that's the nickname Pitbull, right? He won 2 championships in his home country and has fought all over the world. He is a knockout artist, and it reminds me a little bit of the Diaz brothers type of style, very lanky, kind of has fun, very fluid in there, Jimmy.
Also, take one to give one.
Yep.
No problem taking shots. He might need to do that tonight. Well, you've heard what we had to say about these fighters. What do they have to say about themselves?
Mi nombre es Cristian Puas Perez, soy de Ensenada, Baja California. Mi última pelea en combate global contra Bruno Canetti, en cierto modo hubo alguna burla hacia mi país y hubo alguna burla hacia mi equipo o hacia mí como peleador. O sea, en ese caso yo no abrí la boca, yo no dije nada malo. Él empezó a hablar, y su equipo. Entonces, al final de cuentas, como yo venía bien entrenado, cuando gané, pues quedó como una película donde gana el bueno.
Mi nombre es Sebastian Piedrahita y soy de Medellín, Colombia. Creo que se puede desarrollar una muy buena pelea, arriba o abajo. Los dos tenemos con qué hacer un buen show y yo creo que esto es lo más importante. Sé que es un buen peleador, sé que tiene un buen récord, sé que también es completo. Obviamente respeto su camino, pero yo estoy en el mío.
Realmente no sé mucho, lo estudié como unas 3 veces. Sé que es un peleador, pues como todos los latinos, que son arrechos y siempre van hacia adelante, siempre van a morir en la raya como gallos de pelea, al igual que yo lo soy. Considero que Pitbull tiene mucha experiencia dentro de este juego, pero mi talento y mi trabajo que yo he hecho en esto le va a pasar por encima.
Es importante para mí ganar esta pelea porque es mi debut en combate, porque es mi debut en Estados Unidos y porque va ligado a la historia que quiero crear.
So we're here with Puas Perez headlining tonight's main event against Sebastian Piedrahita. Puas, welcome back to La Jaula. Second time you fight in 2023. How are you feeling going in there back inside La Jaula?
Super excited. I'm thankful for stay right here with the company all time and make me more strong and one more for my record if I'm blessed.
So I followed you on Instagram and the social media. You were in Thailand, right? Sharpening up your skills. Tell me about that training out there, that camp, and what will we see from that camp inside La Jaula tonight?
Oh, it's a little secret. I learned a little tips for Muay Thai, for other cultures, for Asian, for mixed martial arts, and that's made me like more strong in this sport, and that's helped me a lot.
Piedrahita, of course, he has the experience. He said in a fight interview in this week that he does have the experience. He's fought in several parts of the world. But what is it that you have that he doesn't?
Oh, I think it's good to have more experience than me, but that's made me more challenge for me. And I all time say like that's just like video game, like RPG. You need go and take the best challenge, a more stronger challenge for be better all time and up level all time.
Now, we're already in December. 2023 is pretty much done. What is 2024? What do we anticipate from La Jaula? Are we going to see more than 2 fights? What's the future?
No, I think it's we can't wait so much, but it's time for my belt. I think so because I do good fights, good legacy, good history right here, and I think it's time for my belt, and I don't want to wait more. I can't wait more.
Well, 2024 is around the corner. We'll see if a belt does indeed go around the waist of Puas Perez. Jimmy, back to you.
All we can talk about is what a fight looks like on paper up to this point. Right, Sebastian Piedrahita, extremely experienced, a grinder, great range, great cardio. As soon as you make a mistake, he's going to capitalize. But Cristian Puas Perez has the weight of expectation on his shoulders. And one thing we have seen in 2023 is a lot of fighters who seem like they have their career lined up and ready to go run into a gigantic challenge by looking ahead, going too far. But Cristian Puas Perez, sounds to me, when he's talking to Rodolfo Roman, that he has his head on his shoulders. He is ready to go. He understands the gravity of the moment, but has the skills to succeed and the confidence to be #1 at 155 right now. It is the king of divisions in mixed martial arts. Combate Global, no exception at all. So how does Piedrahita pull off the tremendous upset tonight? Be there. It sounds simple in MMA, but it is not easy. That means getting through a tough first round, a tough second round, a tough submission position, a tough shot, and still being there at the end, looking your opponent in the eye and waiting for them to wear down. Piedrahita, that is his style. That is how he fights. That is his advantage tonight, is no matter what, he's going to be there physically at the end. Puas is going to have a tough time putting him away mentally.
Absolutely. You can never underestimate your opponent, Jimmy, no matter how good you are. And that's one thing that you really need to live up to. And that's what I like about Puas, because every time that we see him in here, he's matured over and over. And I'll prove it to you this way. Last time we saw him against Bruno Cantalani, a former champion, knocked him out in the first round. But prior to that, there was a whole lot of smack talking on social medias, and any fighter could really get under his skin. He was calm, he was cool, he let it out, he let his fist do the talking, he put a wrap in that fight real quickly. So that's maturity, and that's what Puas has done as we see his involvement here inside La Jaula. As for Piedrahita, hey, we see that momentum. All these Colombians are doing excellent. If he carries on the momentum, and you said it earlier, we've seen a lot of these guys that have had this great, phenomenal record, have been defeating all their opponents, and they meet that one guy. As Puas said, that RPG, that video, they did that browser, that Koopa, and it all comes down to an end.
That's the thing about this division, 155, so tough, so talented. But let's move on to the lightweights, 125 pounds, the lightest weight in Combate Global. We go from lightweight to flyweight, and we have two great fighters, Javier Valdebenito.
Valdebenito.
See,
You got it, man. It's cool. It's
You're
cool.
doing Greek. I'm doing it tonight versus Ernesto
I
Ibarra.
got to teach you Japanese. We're working on that.
Who's going to own La Jaula tonight? Let's hear from these two gentlemen.
Mi nombre es Ernesto Ibarra y soy de Ensenada, Baja California. Yo comencé entrenando a los 16 años. Un primo mío era peleador profesional de kickboxing. Me invitaron a un gimnasio que iba empezando, estaba por mi casa, el ABT delante. Y ahí fue donde comencé, ahí conocí a mis entrenadores y luego ya el MMA se empezó a desarrollar en Ensenada.
Mi nombre es Javier Valdebenito y vengo de Santiago de Chile. Desde pequeño que hago artes marciales, empecé con taekwondo, karate. Yo siempre tuve ese sueño de querer ser un gran peleador.
Mi oponente es un chileno, es Javier Valdebenito, creo. Es un talento joven, es un buen striker, es dinámico, creo yo. Yo viví un tiempo ahí, viví un tiempo en Chile, estuve de intercambio. Tengo muy buenos amigos chilenos, considero mis hermanos, y sé el nivel que hay en Chile.
Mi estilo de pelea lo describiría como un peleador ortodoxo. Me adapto a las dos guardias, me gusta harto el striking.
Para mí, haber crecido en combate fue algo de ensueño, ¿no? Porque desde que me tocó verlo con uno de mis compañeros Bam Bam, que peleó en los primeros Combate América, pues a mí era como algo súper lejano. Y pues estoy feliz, estoy contento de haber madurado aquí como peleador profesional.
We've talked a lot tonight about the lightweight division. Well, lightweight's been exciting for a long time. 125, I'd say in the last couple of years, has really blossomed as a division. And one thing about those fighters, incredibly well-rounded. These two fighters define that tonight.
And if we go look back at the 125ers back in the day, you expect, 3-rounders. No, not here, Jimmy. We've seen some nasty TKOs and KOs and submissions. And Valdebenito, young dude, haven't even reached 25. I don't even think he's legal to drink yet.
But he says, I did Taekwondo and karate when I was a kid. You are a kid. You haven't done it. You're 20 years old, but incredible aggression. Am I wrong?
And you know what's exciting about this kid? Very technical with the stand-up game. Trains with the Bahamondes gym, Ignacio Bahamondes, who competed here in Combate Global some time ago. And Valdebenito, I mean, the stars are aligned for this young kid. He's coming off a fresh win, a quick stoppage in first round, and percentage-wise, 80% of his wins have been by way of knockout. So he does bring that age factor. He's a lot younger than Ibarra, Jimmy. And Ibarra, I mean, just phenomenal, non-stop. Once he gets going, there's no way of stopping this guy.
When it comes to Ibarra, how much do you think comfort level here in Combate Global? He talks about this being his home. This is where he is planting his flag. Ibarra, that comfort level in La Jaula, how much of a factor do you think that is?
You know, they asked him about similar question,
right.
And he said, I feel comfortable. What's really expensive, he feels, even though you look at his record, you might say it's kind of fresh. He feels that he's been there already. He feels as that veteran-like. And he says that he doesn't feel that he's reached a peak yet. So he's getting there. But absolutely, he feels very comfortable in there. And just like Puas, he too was in Thailand training. So, man, I'm excited to see what Ibarra and Puas are going to deliver here tonight.
One thing about training in Thailand, they take it unbelievably seriously. There are a ton of guys in these two respective weight classes, and it will toughen your body and your mind up. No matter what gym you go to in Thailand, I've been to a few, it's not about the technique necessarily. You'll get plenty of that. But you will come back made of iron because you don't have a choice. The 3-kilometer run is the start, and I want to see the toughness out of these fighters. You remember it, all right? The toughness that will come out of these fighters who have spent the time to train in Thailand. That is everything. Well, the ladies are getting ready to get us going even more. And La Jaula, when we come back, Jimmy, Rodolfo will fill you in on even more right after this. Welcome back to Combate Global. It is filling up here inside the studio, starting to rock and roll. And just wait till the fighters get inside La Jaula. You see the takedowns, the knockouts, Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. One of the things we are so proud of as commentators in the sport, have been in for a long time, is the international growth of mixed martial arts. Used to be a few countries really had cornered the market on great training, but now it's everywhere, including Mexico, Ireland. It's not just about, the alcohol they produce. It's about the fighters they produce. And that has created a serious rivalry that will spill over into La Jaula.
How many great fighters from Mexico? Of course, we don't have to go to these, but Irish men and women that have competed in La Jaula. Patrick Lahan is just one that just comes up my head. And I think Campbell's the one that said is like, they're Irish, but they fight like Mexicans too. I mean, they have that 1, give me 3, I'll give you 5, non-stop. They're just grind to the end. And when you put those two together, those two countries that are fighters, oh boy, do we got a treat.
Also, when we put national pride on the line in La Jaula, the way Combate Global does it, which is country versus country, it becomes not just about technique, not just about training, not just about endurance. It becomes about pride. I refuse to back down when my country's dignity is on the line. That's what makes it so important here in Combate Global when these countries collide. We've seen it over and over, right? When you add a team element to it, brings out something special.
Carries on that momentum. You don't want to be that one person that loses it in your team, Jimmy. And I know that MMA is an individual sport, but you're part of a gym, you're part of a camp, you're part of a country, and you don't want to be that one guy or girl. You don't want to go home with your head down, Jimmy.
Now, we cannot wait to see it. We got a little preview for you. Check it out.
Two countries square off in La Jaula. A full night of Irish-Mexican battles. With Lucero La Loba Acosta, Patrick Lehane, Ovidio Bojorquez, and many more. Presented by Conor McGregor's Forged Irish Stout. December 17th. Combate Global. Mexico versus Ireland. The clash of two nations that love fighting almost as much as they love beer.
That's right. Sunday, December 17th, it goes down in La Jaula. The kind of fights you're looking forward to, Rodolfo. Trading, nobody stepping back, everybody showing a ton of heart. Is that what we're going to see December 17th?
You pretty much wrapped it all exactly. That's exactly what I say. Ton of heart. No one's backing down till the end, to the bells rings, nonstop action from both of these countries, Ireland and Mexico. It's just an exciting time, and it's so great to see, because you mentioned it, Jimmy, how Combate Global has opened the doors, right? They've shown you, the viewers, MMA fans, and new MMA fans, that there is MMA in other parts of the world, like in Ireland, like in Aruba. Who would have thought there's the MMA in Aruba? We've had fighters from there. And now to get the best of the best from Ireland and from Mexico going toe-to-toe, we've seen the excitement carries on when it comes to the World Cup in soccer. I mean, this is just a matter of time until MMA is stepping up there. We're getting those vibes.
Now, when it comes to a battle of attrition, who can last longer? Is that what you see in our main event tonight? Cristian Puas Perez, we're aware of his talent. We're aware of everything he can do. But his opponent tonight, Piedrahita, Sebastian Piedrahita, he can take a beating and keep going. Is he going to have to get through a war of attrition to win in your eyes?
He's going to have to be smart, Jimmy. He can't play the game as Puas. Puas is fast. He has endurance. He can go on for a very long time, whether it be on the ground or on the feet. So he has to be very tactical with Puas if he wants to come out with a victory here tonight inside La Jaula. It's his debut, so there are some nerves here, but he has to be very smart. And as for Puas, just do what you do all the time. Enjoy. Are you not entertained?
Before we get going, Puas, his pacing in round number 1, we've seen him come out very explosive. He was last time. Are we going to see it again?
Yeah, we're going to see him. I'm just excited to see that stuff that he did in Thailand and how he brings it into the table here tonight. I'm really excited to see how he put that all together.
Well, he's been doing the hard training. They've all been doing the hard work. And guess what? We get it on right after this break. You see the first fighters lined up and ready to go. National pride on the line in La Jaula. As always, the beats are ready to rock and roll right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Fighter, are you ready?
Combate Global.
Oh, what a punch. What an incredible fight. Can you believe what you just saw? We have a champion.
And there's the beautiful skyline of Miami Beach. That's right, it may be December, Doesn't look like December, doesn't feel like December. That's why we get the snowbirds down here. It is beautiful outside. It is beautiful inside Univision Studios. Getting ready for Combate Global. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman as always. The beauty in the center right there, Beatriz Callis ready to get going. Jimmy Smith, Rodolfo, 155, red hot, white hot right now in MMA. A lot of those fights at lightweight tonight, everybody looking to plant their flag.
Ooh, absolutely. It's your opportunity to shine up. I mean, right now, there's no doubt. I don't think we have to argue about it. That standing on top of the tree is Puas Perez. Right, so who's up next? Who wants to show up? Who's going to bring it? It's your opportunity here tonight.
That's right. We have two lightweights ready to do that. Carlo Ricci, Michel Martinez, two big 155-pounders ready to get it on. We've been waiting for her voice. Let's hear it. Beatriz Callis, ready to go.
Entrando a la jaula, Carlo Ricci.
There you see Carlo Ricci trains with the likes of, maybe you know her, Alexa Grasso, other fighters out of the Lobo gym in Mexico. Prior to getting into MMA, this is a guy who didn't just fight, but also did parkour. He did skateboarding. Sports even more dangerous.
Have you done some of that stuff?
I'm not called Ninja Warrior. I've seen a lot of those guys.
You've called.
I'm too old. I'm not falling anywhere now.
No.
But even more dangerous than MMA, you could say.
I do it at Kids Park. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Carlos, this dude is built like a tank. But if you look at some of his previous fights, this guy is a slugger. A lot of power in his hands and shoulders. Just look at him, and he's going to just stand and bang. He will not hold back. It's just your typical fight like a Mexican, right, Jimmy? If you hit me once, I'm gonna hit you 3 times, and they're going to come as 3 times as harder. So expect this dude to just throw them hands, not hold back. And great kicks, too. Great switch kicks you'll see from him.
Training out of Mexico, but a proud Venezuelan from Caracas, Venezuela. That's a flag he has draped around his shoulders as he makes his way around La Jaula. You talk about that build, that willingness to wade in, to take damage and give damage. It's going to be exciting from the opening bell. Beatriz, bring in his opponent.
Su oponente, Michel Martinez.
There is Michel Martinez from Toledo, Spain. 2-0, just starting his MMA career. Currently undefeated. And remember those days, just starting out, everything's going great. You can do no wrong, can't lose. Well, that's the mentality of this kid. Right now, yet to taste defeat.
And Michel, he trained camps. He came down from Spain to train here in the United States. And now he's with the Goat Shed. He's been doing some of his camp out there, and we've seen many of those fighters. And what we see that they bring to the table is that fluidity, that expect anything from those type of fighters. And I'm excited to see what he learned from that camp, to see if they bring some of that. Remember, that's the same camp that Puas has trained out of as well.
A lot of fluidity with the striking, very aggressive. Their sparring sessions are brutal.
Oh, just go on their Instagram account and you'll just be blown away with some of the stuff that they do. So this guy's a heavy hitter. But one thing that stood out for me looking back at that previous fight is that cardio in that second round. I'm curious to see maybe he touched up a little bit on the endurance.
Let's see what he has learned. A fan of Alexander Volkanovski and Ilya Topor has got to choose between them in January. Roughly the same age, only 2 years separating. Same height, similar reach. Michel Martinez just overweight for this fight. Will it be a factor? Let's find out, Beatriz.
Y arrancamos con mucha más acción, las reglas de la jaula. 3 vueltas de 5 minutos, 3 jueces, utilizando el sistema de 10 puntos. Este duelo en la división peso ligero de Bout. In the lightweight division, los jueces son the judges are Richard Green Sr., James Lázaro, and Byron Seller. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de uno Combate Global. Introducing the blue corner, la esquina azul, wearing blue, vestido de azul. Su peso oficial, 155.2 libras. His official weight, 155.2 pounds. With a pro record of 3 victories and 2 losses. Con un récord profesional de 3 victorias y 2 derrotas. From Caracas, Venezuela, Carlos el Bambino Ricci. Introducing the red corner, la esquina roja, wearing yellow, vestido de amarillo. Su peso oficial, 157.4 libras. His official weight, 157.4 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicto como profesional con 2 victorias tonight. He enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 2 victories. De Tudela, Navarra, España, Michel La Furia Martinez. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
Quiero una pelea limpia. Escúchame todo el tiempo. Cuídate todo el tiempo. Si quieres tocar, toca. Buena suerte a los dos.
We are ready to get underway. Michel Martinez from Spain in the yellow. His opponent, Carlo Ricci from Venezuela in the blue.
Jimmy, don't blink.
Colliding immediately.
That's all I'm going to tell you. Keep your eyes open at all times. In that previous fight, Jimmy, that Michel had his debut, fairly say that first round favored his opponent, and then the second round, he came in a little down with energy, and then in the exchange, and bam, he knocked out his opponent.
Well, so far, it's a Martinez kind of fight. Both fighters toe-to-toe, throwing very fast combinations.
Yeah, this is fast-paced, stand and bang.
You always wonder when you see a pace like this, can both fighters keep it up? Right now, they're fighting like it's a one-round fight.
Oh, man, just great exchange, Martinez. You can see some of that work that he's put in that goat shed, that fluidity that we talk about, quick rapidness.
Very fast with the leg kicks.
So far, from what I've seen for that first time, great combinations. I feel more confidence. I just feel more confident throwing in that 1-2 kick combination. Oh, that's his footing there. Can't get too excited, Jimmy.
Yeah, a little off balance with the leg kick. Martinez takes a little tumble, but back on his feet. Ricci.
Yeah, he's coming in with that stiff jab.
Ricci, so far, no answer for the jab, trying to hook off of it.
Oh, there it is, Jimmy!
Shot. This might be over soon.
Holy cow! Oh,
TKO in round number 1.
Man, oh, man.
For Michel Martinez. You called it. Don't blink, Rodolfo.
I think I dropped some popcorn here, Jim.
Beautiful jab. Started that off. Take another look at it right there. The jab. Knocked down by a jab. Stepped right into it. A lot of coaches call that the step and jab, moving into it with power. Took Ricci off his feet. Michel Martinez thrilled by the early victory. He goes to 3-0 as he proudly displays the Spanish flag. He was the matador and the bull tonight. Great job staying undefeated. We will make it official here at Combate Global in La Jaula when we come back. Don't go anywhere, more action to come. Beatriz Callas en La Jaula to make it official.
El tiempo oficial, 1 minuto y 25 segundos del round número 1, the official time. 1 minute and 25 seconds of round number 1. And the winner, by technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico de sangre española, Michel La Furia Martinez.
He is proud of that bloody nose. Came all the way from Spain. to land this beautiful jab. See it right here with the left hand. It was a staple of his offense throughout the fight. And this one, boom, put Ricci down, and that was all she wrote. If you follow up hammer fist, Michel Martinez moves to 3-0. Rodolfo Roman is en la jaula with him now.
Martinez, congratulations, felicitaciones, tremenda victoria. Michel, ¿cómo te sientes? La verdad que te salió fenomenal. Exciting victory for you, Michel. How do you feel?
Es una victoria súper importante al trabajo que yo fuera de mi país, viniendo aquí a Miami a entrenar, dejando todos los sacrificios, mi familia, todos los privilegios que tengo en mi país, en mi casa, venir aquí a sacrificar toda mi vida por un sueño y gracias a Dios, Dios está conmigo. Han venido amigos míos de Tudela, de mi zona, a apoyarme y agradezco a Dios, a Combate Global, a mis entrenadores y a todos que me han ayudado a este camino que es duro, pero la satisfacción es única. Muchas gracias.
I sacrificed a lot. I left a lot, everything in my house in Spain, and to come here to the United States in Miami to train. I thank God. I thank Combate Global. I do have some folks that are here supporting me. I'm just very grateful. Hiciste algo diferente en esta pelea. Cambiaste campo. Estás con el Goat Shed Academy. ¿Cómo eso te ayudó en esta pelea? ¿Qué diferencia vimos? You switched camps, now you're training at the Goat Shed Academy. What change did that make in your fighting?
Pues gracias a este nuevo entrenador que tengo, así, me ha ayudado muchísimo en mi trabajo, en la lucha, en el striking, hacer un trabajo fenomenal, hacer un trabajo de entrenamiento de sparring durísimo y ahí verdad que luego vienes a la hora del combate y te parece todo mucho más fácil gracias a ellos. Es un gimnasio muy bueno y muy aconsejable para todo el mundo.
Thanks to Goat Shed Academy, they helped me out with my striking and my wrestling. They've made me a better fighter. Michel, vamos a hablar un poco aquí lo que vemos el repaso de la pelea. Let's take a look back at the fight. The stiff jab, the jab, that was the key here. El jab, esa fue la diferencia en esta pelea. Estaba conectando, no había una manera que lo paraba.
Sí, señor. La verdad que el jab lo he trabajado mucho y la dureza del entrenamiento y no venirte para atrás, siempre va hacia adelante, el trabajo duro y efectivo, la motivación de los compañeros, es todo un conjunto que hace a un luchador. Ese conjunto me ha formado y gracias a estoy viviendo este gran momento.
I worked a lot on my jab, I was consistent, kept moving forward with it, and a lot of help from my training partners helped me out to where I want to be. Bueno, Michel, fue una victoria bien rápido para ti. ¿Qué podemos esperar el próximo año? ¿Qué tiene planes para el futuro? What do you expect from 2024 from you?
Llevamos un 3-0 los 3 knockouts y vamos a por más, vamos a hacernos un hueco en la división y vamos a seguir con esta racha positiva, trabajando día a día y muy duro y esperamos llegar lo más alto posible.
All right, we anticipate to keep on going with this winning streak. We got the knockouts in our pocket and we want to continue on and we'll see what's up ahead. Bueno, Michel, felicitaciones. Te vemos próximamente aquí dentro de la jaula. With that being said, we will be back with more action inside la jaula of Combate Global.
That's right, Andrea, Manesses versus Kayla, Hracho. These are two ladies in the atomweight division who bring it every single time. Bring the ladies in. We got our own beautiful one, Ricci, ready to go.
Entrando a la jaula, Andrea Meneses.
There's Andrea Meneses. Became a fan watching none other than, of course, Ronda Rousey. So many of the women in Combate Global see her as an icon. That's the reason they got into MMA. Started out in Kyokushin Karate. I had the unfortunate experience of doing that in Japan, and it is full contact. It is brutal for people who don't know.
Yes.
Kicks, elbows, punches to the body, but you can kick to the head. Very fast kicks in that sport.
I remember seeing that episode, Jimmy. It's brutal. It's good stuff. And look, Andrea Meneses, last time we saw her compete, she has great hands.
Yes.
And the only flaw that I saw from her is she needs to get comfortable with that striking. When she just lets go, I think there's no way of stopping this young lady. She has to have a lot of confidence in that hands.
How much has she worked on expanding her game? We'll find out. Her opponent, very, very tough. Beatrice, go ahead and bring her in.
Su oponente, Kayla Hracho.
A staple here in Combate Global. Kayla Hracho training at ATT. You see the great Thiago Alves walking in behind her, an absolute monster. Great coach, especially in the striking. His combination, absolutely unbelievable. That's what he's been working on with Kayla Hracho. What do you think we see out of her tonight?
A lot of diversity in her fight game. She feels real confident. And what stands out about her, right, is that boxing. She has great footwork. She's very fast, very confident. But over time, we've seen that she has evolved as that well-rounded fighter. You got to remember the reason why she started is because Dean Thomas discovered her. He says, hey, girl, you got them hands out. Let's add some more tools to the arsenal.
And she said, can I come down and train with you?
Yeah,
sure. Come down to AT&T, and that's where she's been since.
ATT, of course, building some of the top stars. You mentioned Thiago Alves. Of course, that striking has been on point. We've seen some of those great wars that Thiago had back in the day before before he retired.
Great 170-pounder.
Oh,
fantastic.
Man. One of the top 170s in that period.
And look at the confidence in the eyes of Kayla Hracho. That's what that team gives you. You train with the best. You believe you're one of the best. When they tell you you can do it, you believe them. We have two motivated fighters in front of us right now. Kayla Hracho on your right, Andres Manesses on your left, and they are ready to go. Right after this break, they will get it on in La Jaula. Welcome back to Combate Global. Kayla Hracho on your right, 32, bit older than Andrea Meneses, but the height, reach, weight, exactly the same. It's the intangibles that'll decide this fight. Let's get it started.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo. En la división peso atom, we continue with much more action this bout. In the atom weight division, los jueces son, the judges are Robert Christopher Edgehill, Richard Green Sr., and James Lázaro. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Introducing the blue corner, en la esquina azul, wearing black, vestida de negro. Su peso oficial, 106 libras, her official weight, 106 pounds, with a pro record of 5 victories and 1 defeat, con un récord profesional de 5 victorias y 1 derrota. From Gaba, España, Andrea Cali Meneses. In the red corner, en la esquina roja, wearing white and red, vestida de rojo y blanco. Su peso oficial, 105.2 libras, her official weight, 105.2 pounds, with a pro record of 5 victories and 4 losses, con un récord profesional de 5 victorias y 4 derrotas. From Reading, Pennsylvania, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Kayla Hracho. El referee, Ramón Ramos.
Oh, they look focused and ready to go. Andrea Manesses, Kayla Hracho. Manesses right there in black. From Spain, her opponent from here in the United States, Coconut Creek, Florida. Kayla Hracho, and we are underway, round number 1.
Meneses told me since her last fight, she's putting in a lot more work underground. She wanted to build up some of that jiu-jitsu, that ground game, to have more confidence. That striking, it's always there, and as for Hracho, she's been putting in that grind. She looks in phenomenal shape, by the way, Jimmy.
Yeah, started out boxing. That's what she was doing when she got in touch with Dean Thomas, came out to train some MMA, but an amateur champion in boxing. Very tight hands, excellent jab, good combinations.
Very tight from the last time. He's really more tight with those shots.
Meneses, that Kyokushin karate background. She says, I have faith in my kicks, especially my head kick. It's impossible to see coming.
By the way, you get a little training in Okinawa. You went out there.
I was in Tokyo training. Yeah,
Tokyo. Okay, never got. Ooh, boy, then I got to tell you a story about that the other day.
I have nightmares about fighting 5 guys in a row.
I got to tell you about the dojo bar.
You have, but I won't say it on air. Let's get back to the fight. Meneses trying to deal with the combinations of Hracho. Hracho on your right. In the red and white. Meneses in the black.
Yeah, Kayla just seems like very confident. It's more like stalking her prey. Great
Good
right hand. Yeah.
Meneses 5-1.
Yeah, Meneses needs to let them hands go when the opportunity is there. It seems that she'll throw in a couple and then she'll back away. Ooh, get that stiff jab there from Meneses. She has a very good jab. We talk about the jab. I think the rule of the game here, the topic of the day is going to be that jab, Jimmy.
Coaches will tell you, if you can't deal with a boxer's jab, you're going to have a long night.
Oh, a great way of going down to the ground. Corner, Meneses telling her to bob and weave and move your head, but no, not necessary right now. It's Kayla taking it to the ground.
Oh, taking a big risk, trying to step over the guard. Meneses has to turn, and she doesn't. Back now in trouble, one hook in. Hracho hunting for the rear naked, but can't get that right hook in.
Yeah, confident in her boxing, but boy, she's putting in that work on the ground as well. Hracho showing that well-roundedness as a fighter.
Yeah, wrestling season just getting started. This is more of a wrestling ride than a jiu-jitsu ride. One hook in. She's gonna be attached to the back. Meneses has to be very careful here. Good job trying to step over to get that second hook. And that's it, has two in.
Meneses there trying to get that wrist control to find that opportunity to twist it, but she has that body lock real tight, Jimmy.
Warning to the back of the head. Now searching for the rear naked, trying to get that right arm underneath. It might be there. Can't lock her hands yet.
Yeah, she's softening up Meneses, trying to see that opportunity to get that right arm. Meneses listening to that corner.
Rule number one in this position, Rodolfo, you know it well. Defend your neck first.
At all times.
Protect your neck, Wu-Tang once said.
Oh, ooh, you went there.
Are you kidding me?
He threw in the Wu-Tang Clan. I love it.
Hip-hop knowledge, all right? Protect your neck. Then worried about position right now. It looks like the rear naked getting tighter.
Well, that chin is down, though.
Meneses using her chin as that last line of defense.
Dangerous position for Meneses. Everything is critical. Look at that opportunity right there for Hracho.
Danger for Hracho is you can also burn your arms out going for the rear naked as well. Got to be careful about that.
Good way, see how she tried to change the body lock there. That constant changing, you know, adds that blood flow.
Now the hooks are better for controlling the hips. Body lock takes a lot of energy out of you. Going back and forth, really good strategy. And Hracho using that well.
Got a minute left to see how much of this position here Meneses can withstand or escape.
Now cranking on the chin, just making Meneses' life miserable.
You know, I was about to tell you that, how bad that feels to be there.
Oh, like, I don't know. It is awful.
It is horrendous. You see stars, you see everything there.
You know, it's one of these where, you know, Hracho basically has round number one at this point. If you're Meneses, it's like, okay, she has round number one. Live to survive another day. That's got to be in your head right now.
All right, she has 25 seconds. Corner, of course, leading on Meneses to survive to make it to the second chapter of the bout.
Hracho, when you talk about her all-around MMA game, she says that's what's been improving an American top team.
And we're seeing it.
We're seeing it right now in round number one. Great ground game from Kayla Hracho as she dominates round number one. You're looking at Kayla Hracho and her opponent, Andrea Meneses. Meneses in the black, Hracho in the red and white, round number two. What do you think about round number one, Rodolfo?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Kayla just took that round, but good advice there in the corner of Meneses, and rightfully so. You don't want to box with Kayla. That is her strength. So what did they say? Well, kickbox with her. That's your background in the first place, right? Use those hand and feet or leg combinations to keep her away. Use some of that teep. Boxers, you know, they're going to come right at you. They're going to dance around. Use the teep. Use some of those low kicks to throw off Kayla off bound. And if it goes to the ground, and try to quickly get on top. Kayla, I mean, Kayla's just doing everything. She's giving the big game plan. She's sticking to the plan.
Now we have open scoring here at Combate Global, so we know how the judges saw round number 1. No surprise at all. Kayla Rocco, 10-9, all 3 judges' scorecards. Meneses, though, in round number 2, looks like she's taking her coach's advice. A lot more footwork.
You can see those legs. Yep, the shots to the inner thigh are going to chop down the limber of those boxers. And trust me, if you have that background in boxing, made a transition to MMA, that is what you hate the most, the kicks. And it takes a long time to get adjusted. Of course, Kayla has been already for some time now working on that, but you always have that memory. Like, God, I hate these kicks.
Boxers are heavy on the lead leg. Kickboxers are light on the lead leg. It's just one of the differences between the two styles. And boxers tend to be vulnerable to leg kick, but they throw nice combinations just like that one.
But Manesses, there we go, front kick. Manesses is, you can see some of the difference here, the change in the game plan, that it is working. She has been able to connect some hooks that has worked, that chopped her off a bit. And look at the differences in the stats, Jimmy.
And no surprise here, Rocco great with the punches, 13 out of 27 so far. Meneses, more accurate with the kicks. She has landed 9. Hracho has landed 5, only thrown 11. It's been hands versus feet so far.
If I was Meneses, I mean, that left thigh is there for you to just kick. You can see a little shiner on. Oh, there it is, but she has to, and that's what I've seen with Meneses. When she feels blood, she has to go for the attack.
Right hand, very, very accurate of Rocco over the top.
More of those low kicks, maybe some calf kicks. Trust me, boxers hate that.
And it's money in the bank, Rodolfo. It's one of those things that you start throwing it early on. Is it working? Is it working? Round number 2, your opponent starts slowing down.
Yep. It's a process with those kicks. They build up little by little by little until eventually it meets its purpose.
But certainly Meneses having better luck in round number 2. Not only just winning the round, but certainly showing her talent a little bit more. Round number 1, Rocco was all over on the feet and on the ground.
It seems some of the pace of Kayla has calmed down just a tad bit from that first round, Jimmy.
She went hard for the rear naked. Had Meneses back for a long time. Couldn't finish her. Nice right hand from Rocco.
You know, but that's that confidence she had. I was about to say, like, where was that takedown approach? And there it is. She read my mind.
Beautiful left hook to the double leg.
And Meneses tried to get on top. A good way of using that weight from Kayla and keeping her on the ground for Meneses.
Half guard's so difficult to use in MMA. Rocco knows it. Heavy hips.
And you know what's interesting, what's the point out here is that Kayla feels more confident as a well-rounded fighter because she's able to go to the ground.
There comes a time when you come from a different sport where you aren't just a boxer doing MMA. You're a mixed martial artist. And Kayla Rocco tonight looks like a mixed martial artist. Going over top, thinking guillotine, or transitioning to the back. Meneses has to be very careful at her back, taking most of round number 1. Better turn this time from Meneses, but still in triangle armbar danger in this position.
Well, the fact that she's really close to La Jaula, that makes it a bit difficult here, that she's able to pull up those hips there and pull up that arm. But it's a tough position she's in, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, you can't pull your body out and leave a limb behind. That's the difficulty of the escape in this position. But 25 seconds left. Rocco working for it, but having a hard time finishing with only 20 seconds left.
She'll live to see that third round regardless.
Another strong round from Kayla Rocco as we go to the third and final round. Well, you're seeing Kayla Rocco in the red and white. Confident after a performance in the first 2 rounds against Andrea Meneses. They're in the black. We get ready for round number 3. Kayla in the corner asked Thiago Alves, her coach, they have open scoring. How am I doing? How do you think she's doing?
I mean, I think anybody can figure this one out, right? You don't have to be connoisseur in Rubik's Cube. You can figure this out right there on the spot. Kayla, no doubt, dominating this fight. But as soon as that bell rang, did you see that confidence in Kayla walking into the corner, Jimmy?
You know, wow, nothing succeeds like success, right? She's doing very, very well, and so she believes she can continue doing the same thing in round number 3. And starting out where she left off, nice tight boxing stance, hands high. Manesses improving a little bit in the kickboxing in round number 2, but she's really got to pick it up in round number 3 to have a shot.
You got less than 5 minutes, and the only way you're going to win this one is by submission or TKO.
And once again, open scoring. We know what the judges think. It is 20-18, 2 rounds to none for Kayla Hracho. It is, as they say, hers to lose in round number 3.
One thing that's pointed out there by Thiago Alves is great hand combination. Keep throwing him in, but throw in a little elbow in there. That can make a change in this fight.
So, Rodolfo, if you're coaching Kayla, you know you're up 2 rounds to none. Is it more of the same, throwing something different, try to get her out of there? Do you ever change your game plan at all?
You adjust to the fight scope, but absolutely. If you know that you got this one in your pocket, throw in that elbow, try to finish it off already. Don't let it try to go the distance. You know, you want to leave an impression every fight, Jimmy.
And you see more significant strikes landed by Meneses, but I think it's a little misleading. I think Hracho has landed the more significant strikes, is one way to put it. Also dominant on the ground.
Right. And those 2 attempts that she made, they were very successful.
Yep.
The second one in the second round headed to the clinch, and then she quickly finished the job by taking down Meneses.
And nice lead uppercut combination from Hracho. Meneses just hasn't really been able to solve the puzzle when it comes to the kickboxing.
Try to throw it in that uppercut, very sweet from Kayla. What I'm liking from Kayla is she knows that she has the boxing, the stand-up game in the pocket, but she's not afraid to go to the ground. That shows that evolution as a fighter, and there it is, Jimmy.
Nice double leg. Meneses for the first time really able to get closed guard. Problem is the fight you're losing already. 2.5 minutes left. We're halfway through round number 3. Better come up with something big on the ground.
Well, Meneses did sneak in an elbow there. And someone's bleeding. Maybe Kayla. It might have been because of that elbow that Meneses threw.
I think it might be some blood on the neck of Meneses.
I know she was a little red. I think it was in the left eye. I couldn't see it from this angle, but maybe from somewhere else.
Yeah, it looks like the left eye is leaking pretty badly.
Yeah. It was the elbow that she sneaked in right as soon.
Aggressive from the bottom.
As soon as it went to the ground, Meneses snuck in that elbow, connected, opening her up, Kayla.
But unless it is a fight-stopping cut, and so far the referee has not stopped to check it out. Doesn't look that bad.
It's not impeding her vision, Jimmy. I think she should succeed or continue with the fight. And warn the elbows, very effective. Now she does have to be careful that it does land on the back of the head.
Meneses now staying busy with those elbows. She has a cut to work on. She's going to turn this around. It might be if she opens up that cut, but...
And Kayla very aware. That's what she had to posture up.
Meneses still very busy from the bottom.
Hey, she got a lot of heart.
The transition to the back has been money for Kayla Hracho. Now 1 minute left in round number 3.
Watch out for an elbow here from Meneses if the opportunities available. Kayla looking at that clock. There it is. She may land an elbow. I wouldn't be surprised if she does.
50 seconds left in a fight that Kayla Hracho has been dominating. Late cut, but is it enough to turn the fight around? That is the question.
Well, the fact that Kayla has those legs wrapped around Meneses is not allowing her to move and land anything. There's that another opportunity of an elbow. Is that left eye, Jimmy. Ooh.
And more short elbows, but Kayla Hracho looks like she's content to hang on and see the final bell. Be in 15 seconds. This is how she's ended both rounds. Looks like round number 3 as well. On top.
She just gave a nod of confidence there, Jimmy. The Kayla knows she has this one.
Seen her in La Jaula before, but this may be her best performance. Kayla Hracho looking like the mixed martial artist she is.
Yeah, she looked great in there from all around. The stand-up game, and when that wasn't doing enough, she switched it up, went to the ground. course, in the third round was where Meneses snuck in that elbow. And you're going to see that exchange. It's when they go to the ground, when Kayla goes for the takedown. Meneses, she sneaks it in. Bam, right there is when she starts attacking that left eye, busting open
And
Kayla.
For the judges, it was too little, too late. A wipeout for Kayla Rocco. We will make it official when we come back. Oh, there is a gigantic cup in front of La Jaula. Find out about that later, but here's the official decision.
After 3 rounds of much more action, this is the final decision. Después de 3 vueltas de mucha más acción, esta es la decisión oficial. Los jueces James Lazarus and Richard Green Sr. entregan tarjetas idénticas de 30 a 27. Lazarus and Green Sr. turn in identical scorecards of 30 to 27. And Robert Christopher Edgehill turns in a card of 29 to 28. Entrega tarjeta de 29 a 28. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Todos a favor de la ganadora por decisión unánime. Kayla Hracho!
Kayla Rocco becoming a better mixed martial artist every time in La Jaula. Takedown, back control, submissions, tight boxing on display tonight. She knows what she is great at. She has stuck to it. She got better at everything. Poses with the boss, Campbell McLaren. Andrea Manesses came in with that Kyokushin background. Great kicks, great range. Kayla Rocco, a boxer from Philly who moved down here to South Florida to pursue her MMA career. And it was the boxing of Kayla Rocco is the story of this fight. Great jab, great combinations, and that left hook to double leg was money late in every single round. When you're well coached, they say that. Ice the rounds. Be tougher in the last minute, last 30 seconds. Control it positionally, and in every round, that's exactly what Kayla Rocco did. Took the back, spun around, and made the life of Meneses miserable on the ground. Meneses made some adjustments in round number 2. Threw some decent kicks, stayed on the outside, but the boxing of Kayla Rocco would not be denied. A little off balance there, but ended up not being a factor in the fight. Once again, the left hook to double leg, not just getting in, but finishing. Hitting her opponent with the takedown all the way through the hips, just like they teach it. And more of the jab in round number 3. Great combinations. And once again, the double leg, this time ending up in full guard, and got cut on her left eye by an elbow from the bottom by Meneses. Meneses trying to work the cut, but it was not enough to get the fight stopped. Kayla Rocco cruises to a unanimous decision victory. Look at the stats. Now, more strikes landed by Meneses, but the better strikes by Rocco. And look, the 4 takedowns. She didn't just get the takedown. She was dominant on top throughout this fight, looking for the rear naked. Great performance from Kayla Rocco, a better mixed martial artist every time. She's in La Jaula right now with Rodolfo Roman.
Kayla K-Rock, the nickname just stands right. You rock La Jaula today. Congratulations on your victory. Felicitaciones esta victoria. Remember one thing, if Campbell is in La Jaula, it's because he's impressed with your performance. El jefe Campbell estaba dentro de La Jaula significa que estaba impresionado con tu victoria. Tell me about this win.
Man, it was a hard-fought victory for sure. We've been in camp for a long time preparing for this fight, so I want to give big thanks to my coaches, my teammates at American Top Team, best gym in the world. They prepare me for hard opponents like this. Andrea's a warrior, definitely a tough girl. She's got some power. She came to fight, so props to her. But I'm happy with this win.
Mi oponente es una guerrera. Me preparé bastante en este campamento. Estábamos listos para la pelea. Entrenando en American Top Team con mi coach Thiago Alves. Me prepararon para esta pelea y me siento muy bien. What we're looking into with this fight, and we were talking prior to the interview, is that now you feel like that mixed martial artist. You no longer want to be titled a boxer. Ya te sientes como una peleadora de artes marciales mixtas, no una boxeadora.
Yeah, I mean, obviously boxing is my bread and butter. I like to come in here and throw hands and be slick. But I'm an MMA fighter, and I feel like I'm showing that more and more every single fight. If I came in here and just boxed her, honestly, I probably would have lost this fight. I had to use all of my tools, and like I said, a gym like American Top Team prepares me for work like that.
Necesitaba que usar todas mis herramientas, por eso entreno en American Top Team. No soy solo una boxeadora. Y si hubiera sido solo una boxeadora, tal vez hubiera perdido esta pelea. Vamos un poco al repaso de lo que ocurrió de esta pelea. Let's take a look back at the fight here. In that third round, though, she did bust you open with that elbow. En el tercer asalto, te dio con un codazo que te cortó el ojo izquierdo.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about that. I don't like when people make me bleed my own blood. But like I said, she was tough. Honestly, I thought I was going to get that choke in the first round. It was super, super close. Like I said, that girl came to fight, man. She did not give up. That choke was tight in the first round, and she came back stronger in the second. So we're going to continue to learn and grow and polish these skills.
Ella es una guerrera, vino a pelear. Vamos a continuar a crecer como una peleadora. Y la verdad que no me siento bien porque me hizo cortar en el ojo. Pero ni moda, estamos listos para la próxima. Kayla, we look forward to seeing you here once again in La Jaula. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more action right here in La Jaula of Combate Global. Thank you, all right?
Welcome back to Combate Global. There's something to be said about energy on a card. We're ready for our main card, but the fights leading up have been absolutely outstanding. You think these fights jump over that bar?
I don't know if my heart can keep racing. Man, the emotion, the excitement inside there from those two fights, and we're just getting to the main card now. Boy, Combate Global always delivering, man.
Yeah, Palacios, Nikolakakos.
Nikolakakos, got it. Yeah, it's very easy.
Rolls right off the tongue, right?
I got it.
There you go. A lot of syllables in the Greek names. My mom's Greek. But once you catch up to them, you will see the action from these two ladies as they get it on. Anastasia, what's the name?
Nikolakakos. How about that?
Nikolakakos. That's right.
I'll get a little faster.
Versus Ana Palacios. Get us started. Beatrice Callis getting it going.
Entrando a la jaula, Anastasia Nikolakakos.
And of course, Beatrice crushes it. The Greek-Canadian making her way to La Jaula. 4-0 undefeated. Undefeated also as an amateur, 8-0. So a total of 12-0 throughout her career. When I studied her for this fight, man, I was impressed by just the variety of techniques. You never know what she's going to throw at you, and she throws everything with power.
That's exactly how I would have determined just power. Yeah. Strong, strength, vicious. And you're right, she is pretty much like a jack-in-a-box. You don't know what you're going to get. She could really throw you off. And if this fight goes to the ground, I'm telling you, she has a very vicious ground and pound because of that strength that she has. And it could be pretty dangerous waters for Ana Palacios. And you mentioned you studied her. Well, guess what? She doesn't study her fights that she has coming. She leaves it to her coaches. She's very confident. And like what she said, I don't worry about my opponent. I need to worry about myself. I need to see where I can improve so I can deliver a good performance, Jimmy.
Yeah, brown belt on the ground under Royler Gracie Humata. Great team, of course. The OG teams in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Nikolakakos. But it's really two camps, isn't it, Rodolfo? Yeah. Some fighters are game planners. Others are like, look, I get in my own head. I worry about my opponent, not myself. Nikolakakos definitely in that camp of, I let it all hang out. Let's bring her opponent in.
Su oponente, Ana Palacios.
There you see Ana Palacios proudly wearing the Mexican flag over her shoulders, trains with the Bone Breakers MMA Academy. Brown belt in jiu-jitsu, and really is that submission game that has so far in her career been her bread and butter. Very tough, especially off her back.
Yeah, she's quick, she's fast, in and out, but to her, this is a must-win because she wants people to forget that previous fight. It's almost like it never happened, like Men in Black, right? Just take a look at this pen. Never happened. That's what
Sawada, last time out, her opponent from Japan, she came up short in that, but it's about what you change in between fights, right? You're gonna have losses. It's a matter of how you learn, and she is hungry to show that right now. Ana Palacios making her way into La Jaula. It's about the lessons of her last fight. What did she learn? What will she bring into the cage against the very tough, undefeated Canadian? It is Mexico versus Canada when we come back. We are back at Combate Global. Your view inside La Jaula. On your left, Anastasia, Nikolakakos versus Ana Palacios. On your right, Canada versus Mexico. Undefeated Nikolakakos trying to, of course, get her, extend her run so far in MMA, 4-0 undefeated. How does Ana Palacios find the gap in the armor?
She has to be consistent, stick to that offensive, stick and move. That's going to be the key. Be persistent. And what I like it is when she is in a position where you may see maybe that she's very patient and calm, so you can never take her out. Keep that mentality and just set whatever happened in the past, let that go mentally. It's a brand new fight, brand new day in the office, and you can take that win. As for Nikolakakos, this is your opportunity. Big shot, big platform. Bring in that strength, bring in the power, facing one of the top fighters in your division. Let's see what she's all about.
And Nikolakakos, of course, comes in very, very aggressive. She spends a lot of energy early in fights. How will she pace herself? This might be a long one. You see the age disparity, 9 years older for the Greek Canadian. Only 1 inch difference in height, slight reach advantage for Ana Palacios. Both fighters easily made weight. Let's get into La Jaula and get it started, Beatrice.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo. En la división peso átomo, we continue with much more action this bout. In the atomweight division, los jueces son, the judges are Byron Sellers, Robert Christopher, and Richard Green Sr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un Combate Global. Introducing the blue corner, la esquina azul, wearing white, vestida de blanco. Su peso oficial, 104.8 libras, her official weight, 104.8 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicta como profesional con 4 victorias tonight. She enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 4 victories. From Toronto, Canadá, Anastasia Animale Nikolakakos. In the red corner, la esquina roja, wearing green, vestida de verde. Su peso oficial, 105.6 libras, her official weight, 105.6 pounds. With a pro record, 7 victories and 2 losses. Con un récord profesional de 7 victorias y 2 derrotas. De sangre mexicana, Mexico City, México. Ana la Guerrera Palacios. El referí, Christopher Miñoki.
Escúchame todo el tiempo, cuídate todo el tiempo. Si quieres tocar guantes, tocar. Buena suerte a los dos. Good luck.
Ana Palacios in the green from Mexico, taking on Anastasia Nikolakakos.
Round 1, are you ready?
In the white.
Listos? Dale.
And here goes round number 1.
Yeah, these girls are ready for war. That intensity in the eyes of Nikolakakos, ready for action. And Palacios, that confidence. She knows she needs to get that win. And the way that she wins it too, Jimmy, that's very important key here.
You already see the aggression of Nikolakakos. She switches stances real funky,
yes.
Hands low. Very hard to time her.
But what's scary is the power.
Yeah.
You know, that's the power. She's able to switch that power from side to side.
Palacios in the green, in the much more traditional boxing, kickboxing stance. Hands high, ready to go.
Yeah, very consistent. She's very stick and move. She'll come in, move in and out, cut the corners. What I like about the Nikolakakos, as you said, just switching the stance. She's almost like a matador, you know, just calling in the bull to come in and rush in.
But I always tell fighters, when you train them in boxing, kickboxing, you know this as well with Rodolfo.
Yeah.
You want to fight like Roy Jones, you better have Roy Jones speed. You want to fight like Prince Nassim Hamed with your hands down, you better have their kind of speed. That is the hard part. You got to see a lot of attacks coming if your hands are low. Sergio Martinez, Maravilla, another thing. You just superhuman fast. All right, keep your hands down.
Yeah.
If you are human fast, keep them hands up.
You can count the fighters that are able to fight that way.
Exactly. But everybody wants to look like that, right?
Right, right. It looks pretty.
Venom Page in
MMA, yep,
yeah.
MVP is another guy. So far, so good. She coming in with that stiff jab. Ricci finds that opening.
And Palacios right now just kind of looking to find her opening. That's one thing about the stance changes and the funky positionings. You'll find those openings, right? Catch them in the middle.
You have to be really rapid. And then she did catch her with that right. But it'll really throw you off. And with a switch stance, Jimmy, what you have to do is, you know, luckily this is MMA. Work the legs. Chop the legs. Chop them.
Nikolakakos right now in the center, in the white. Greek-Canadian. Nice combination with Palacios. Good block by Nikolakakos.
And for a fighter, it could get so frustrating when the switching of the stance.
What it does, it changes your defense as well. The power side changes every time.
Oof.
Trying to slip the right hand. Pretty soon it's a power left hand. Halfway through round number one. One thing about the style of Nikolakakos, it costs a lot of energy to move this much.
Yes, I was about to tell you that.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of energy from you, so you have to be consistent with it. If not, they'll just read you further down the line. Palacios just
nice head movement.
Yeah.
Nikolakakos.
Yeah, Palacios needs to figure out this jigsaw puzzle.
But so far, Palacios seems calm. She doesn't seem mentally flustered by any of this. If she did any of her tape study or her coach did, she knew this style was coming.
And that's what's impressive about her, right? She's always very calm, cool, calm, and collective, even in difficult positions.
Throwing some good side kicks. Neither fighter so far trying to take this one to the ground.
I think that could be the major factor here. Oh, and Palacios into the clinch.
Yeah, first time really initiating any kind of clinch work. Looking for the body lock underneath the armpits.
That's another way of frustrating Nikolakakos, getting her in the clinch. But be careful here, because Nikolakakos is a very powerful fighter. If she were to switch levels here, take it down to the ground.
Doesn't look like that's where Nikolakakos wants to go. Seems content on the feet.
She's landing in those elbows, sneaking him in the clinch, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And there's that trip.
Outside trip.
This is where it could be very dangerous for Palacios because of that power that Nikolakakos has in their ground and pound. It's a strong woman.
And Palacios right now working to get back in half guard. Now, arm triangle position, that's very hard to finish from half guard. You can do it, but you got to be pretty strong and long.
Kawea Palacios keeping in that leg, not allowing Nikolakakos to get the mount.
Yeah, but here the problem is if she ends up giving up mount, might give up the arm triangle at the same time. Gotta really hang on to this half guard. 15 seconds left to go in round number one. Nikolakakos, her first dominant position on top. Looks like Palacios will make it to the bell. Round number one, finishing with a flurry of ground and pound from the top.
So this is your fight. You dictate all the terms moving forward. You got it? Let's go. Here we go, Andy. Your fight.
Well, as you heard, they like the head movement of Nikolakakos. Want to keep her hands up a little bit more. They were down a lot in round number one. Palacios, he said, you know, solving a puzzle is like a Rubik's Cube. You got to figure it out while it's trying to punch you back.
Very tough. But you see some of that clinch work. to try to stop the flow of Nikolakakos.
Start round number 2. We have open scoring. We should know what the judges thought of round number 1 in a couple minutes.
Well, look at that left leg of Nikolakakos. So Palacios is trying to work for those kicks to slow down the pace.
No surprise, Nikolakakos winning round number 1, all 3 judges' scorecards. Say it was close until that takedown ground and pound at the end. That really iced the round for her.
You know, in this case, Jimmy, is for Palacios, you're because of the way that Nikolakakos fights, you're going to have to get hit a couple of times to really cut the distance and put your performance to work.
And you're going to have confidence in those 3, 4, 5 punches. 1, 2 is not going to do it.
Right. Ooh. There's that
excellent takedown. This time, plenty of time left in the round. 4 minutes to go in round number 2.
This is where it comes to play to see what Palacios learned from that fight.
Now, Palacios generally has a pretty good guard. She's pretty good from her back, but half guard, very difficult to use. Got to get back to full guard to get anything done. Great passing, what we call a pressure pass for the half guard. Keep your opponent flat, thigh on the instep. Instep on the thigh, push and pull at the same time. And it's a very safe pass. And right now, it looks like what Nikolakakos is going for. Good job creating space. Palacios able to push off, but
trying to land in a
recommit. That's the question. Ooh. Nice right hand.
Yeah, landing in those bombs.
Nikolakakos now in the full guard of Ana Palacios.
Nika carrying her weight quite well for this position, landing in shots.
When I asked what was the key to this is what you talked about.
Yeah.
The ground and pound.
This is it.
Nikolakakos.
This is the dangerous part that I was talking about, because once you get her, because of that power, she's like a vicious. Hey, look, Animale, that's a reason, right? They gave her that nickname. She's vicious down there.
And she doesn't take, it doesn't take a lot of space for her to generate a lot of power. Short arms, yeah.
Because she's a strong girl. She has a lot of power in those hands. Oh, dropping them up kicks, though.
Now in leg lock, 50-50 position.
But
Ana Palacios trying to go for it.
You can't count Palacios out. We've seen it in before when she's pressured in this position.
Thinking knee bar now.
Very
good
sneaky.
Hips.
She's very sneaky. She's very calm, very patient, and she can sneak in an arm or a leg and get the submission win.
Nikolakakos bringing that physical pressure. Good job from Palacios. Get back to full guard. 2 minutes left in round number 2.
With an opponent like Palacios, even though you think you have this fight in the bag, you can never sleep on it. She's a very dangerous opponent. There's a reason why she was the top of her food chain in her division.
Excellent arm bars, great hips. So far, she hasn't come close to a submission from the bottom. There's been Nikolakakos in control. Palacios trying to switch it up and get the single leg, but Nikolakakos a little too fast. Great job with the turn and burn, getting around quickly.
Once again, sticking to that position, landing in shots. Maybe even a crucifix, she's able to get that other arm straight forward. For Palacios.
On a knee on belly, looking for mount.
Great positioning that knee, great G-transition. She just reads her so well, Jimmy.
Nikolakakos just a step ahead in these ground transitions, and that's all it takes. There's the Greek-Canadian on top, landing the short punches. Ana Palacios, the warrior from Mexico, on the bottom in half guard. She has not been able to get her offensive game going.
Very
all
difficult.
Defense.
She hasn't figured this puzzle at all, Jimmy, for Palacios.
And to your point, trying to pop up, not quite timing it right, ending up on her butt again. Good up kick. Oh, she responds with a big right hand.
You know, and that's the consequence of keeping those hands down with that up kick. You can never get confident again. Anything, protect yourself at all times, Jimmy. That's what they tell you in the back.
She's doing it well so far. 10 seconds left in round number 2. Nikolakakos ending with a flurry attempt at a knee bar. Nothing there.
Sale, ya perdimos los 2 rounds. Tú traes para
We lost 2 rounds. You need to keep your head up. All right, get some air. Let them hands go. Let them go. You can do it.
Sale, confía en ti.
Have a lot of confidence in yourself, confidence in your hands. Don't look to get the distance. We need to win, and we need to win at top. If you're in the bottom, go for the sub. Mission.
Sale, se ve, pero entonces pega.
Hit.
Entonces quédate arriba.
And stay at the top.
You've run both those 2 rounds. This is the round she's going to get desperate. You know what we do to desperation, Andy?
I don't know if you heard that. You know what we do to desperation? You make someone pay when they make a mistake. Nikolakakos, they should be looking for a finish in round number 3. But Ana Palacios bouncing on her feet, still ready to go as we begin round number 3.
Well, you heard the corner say, Palacios, she has to let them hands go. But as you pointed out, Jimmy, desperate measures could be a difficult position for Palacios because Nikolakakos could really capitalize on that. Any mistake right now could be critical.
It's easy to say in the corner, right? Throw your hands, go out on your shield when you're not in there getting hit. No surprise here in the judges' scorecards. 2 rounds to none.
Oh, stiff jab, and that's what the coach is talking about. Oh, another one. And that's what the coach has said. Let them hands go.
For the first time, Nikolakakos a bit on the defensive.
Palacios feeling confident. Nikolakakos going to the ground.
Double leg half knee pick there on the far side.
Of course, we still have about 4 minutes to go in this fight, but if I was Palacios looking back, what would have happened if I would have let them hands go earlier?
It's always the question, isn't it? Now Nikolakakos on top, where she has been dominant in the first 2 rounds. Palacios, BJJ brown belt, excellent ground game. Her ground game just hasn't been a factor yet.
She's had no answer to Nikolakakos on the ground. And it's shot. Palacios need to quickly get up there to the up kick, sure, but...
And you see how Nikolakakos never lets her physically off the hook, never disengages, always right there.
Waiting for that shot to jump in and shoot.
Exactly, and so you can't really figure out which way to go. Can I stand up? Can I push her off?
It's like she's baiting her.
Yes, into a position like this. Sloppy shot and they're back to their feet.
Well, now Palacios needs to really take advantage of this. Every second counts. Needs to let them hands go. Oh. Right to the ground again.
Right into full mount. This is
deadly
position. Full mount, 3 minutes left to go. Round number 3, exactly where you don't want to be.
And now giving
up
the
her
back.
Good job getting back to half guard.
Coach asking for the gift. Gets an early Christmas gift.
That's it. Gift wrap behind the head. Grab the wrist. It's an irritating position in jiu-jitsu to get gift wrapped.
2 minutes and a half, 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Palacios needs to find an answer to this jigsaw puzzle, and it has to come now.
Back into full mount. Nikolakakos now taking the back. Look at that hip pressure. Flattening Palacios out.
She just has no response, Jimmy, when it comes to those heavy shots.
Yeah, getting into these desperation positions. She turns it on. She can finish this fight.
Ref is coming real close, Jimmy.
Palacios doing everything she can to stay in the fight.
Palacios not responding.
So far, she is outgunned by the Greek-Canadian. Short elbow, short punches.
Flattening her out.
Deadly hips. This might be all she wrote for Ana Palacios.
She might not be able to get out. Wow.
Stoppage in round number 3 for Anastasia. Nikolakakos. Beautiful stuff against a very game and tough Ana Palacios. But man, it was all about the aggression of that young lady tonight.
Man, and you know what? We talked about the pace. She kept that pace going throughout the 3 rounds, and well, there's some chance left, but boy, that girl means business.
Never slowed down, never let her foot off the gas. She's rewarded with a huge TKO win in round number 3. But you see the energy, you hear the energy, you want to feel the energy? Come check it out for yourself. Well, it was an action-packed fight, but so much of that action controlled by Nikolakakos. In this victory, let's make it official.
El tiempo oficial, 3 minutos y 20 segundos del round número 3, the official time. 3 minutes and 20 seconds of round number 3. And the winner, by technical knockout, la ganadora, por knockout técnico, Anastasia Nikolakakos!
Improving to 5-0, undefeated Anastasia Nikolakakos. Talked about her aggression, the power, dominant ground game. It was all on display tonight.
Man, that girl means business. She's vicious. And the fact that she's able to keep that stamina, that endurance throughout those almost 3 rounds of action is very impressive all around. She's a really difficult fighter to figure out if I was the opponent. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, Jimmy. Right from the start, she meant business straight into those eyes. She was ready for war. Ana Palacios looking back to get on the win column after facing a defeat, and it went toe-to-toe. Nikolakakos, the switching the stance, Palacios just didn't have a response. She was throwing in some of that combination of the hands and the feet, but Nikolakakos was just too much. When the difference in the fight was right here on the ground game. She was just too powerful. Palacios just couldn't get out of this position. It was very difficult. It wasn't until the 3rd round where Palacios was able to let some of the hands go. However, Nikolakakos went right back to her bread and butter and viciously attacked on the ground, making it very difficult for Palacios to obtain another victory, Jimmy. And wow, she nearly got an up kick here, but just wasn't enough.
Not just the technique, not just the aggression, but the physical pressure. She just never let Palacios get a breath, never let her off the hook. Her only hope was really in round number 3, she landed a couple good punches, but after that, Nikolakakos just took it over with the ground game.
Dominated the entire fight, and she felt so confident right here. There was no way that Palacios was going to survive until the end of the final bell of this fight. Congratulations. Bienvenidos to la jaula, Nikolakakos.
The 106-pound division stacked here on Combate Global. Nikolakakos just put herself right at the top of the pecking order. But now, main event upcoming, Sebastian Piedrahita versus Cristian Puas Perez, 155. A white-hot division in MMA. You know, it seems like with every organization, your 155-pounder is the one that's going to carry your flag.
Yeah, you're the face. You are the man that's carrying the flag of the brand, Jimmy.
Well, let's find out more about Piedrahita.
Pues en principio sí me inspiró al boxeo y como entrenarme y estar mentalmente y físicamente en una mejor forma. Mi estilo va de menos a más, siempre va muy hacia adelante, inteligente y en cualquier situación voy a estar presente. Me hace diferente el corazón, es el corazón y las ganas de brillar. Creo que se puede desarrollar una muy buena pelea, los dos tenemos con qué hacer un buen show y yo creo que esto es lo más importante. Puas, nos vemos en la jaula, que todo se diga ya.
Sebastian Piedrahita.
Certain fighters, Rodolfo, you know you have to, as they say, bring a lunch. This guy's going to be here from the beginning to the end. Blue collar, you see it there, BJJ brown belt, but has won titles in Colombia. But it's this idea that, man, he is there from, you may have a great first round. He's going to be there to round number 5. That's the kind of pressure Piedrahita brings.
this is his opportunity. And he has more pressure. This is his first time he's fighting in the States, right? It's the biggest scale as far as platform for him. So he has much to prove. And he talks about the look. Colombia is becoming this hotbed, right, of MMA. We saw it here just 2 weeks ago. We had a great, phenomenal fight card out there. And he is just one of the guys that's leading the force of the MMA in Colombia. He has a lot to prove to see what he's all about.
Yeah, but to have success, he has to take on one of the best in Combate Global. He is Puas Perez.
Yo considero que nací preparado para este deporte porque me siento bendecido. Lo que a mí me inspiró para volverme peleador profesional de artes marciales mixtas fue la euforia, el formar parte de un equipo, de una familia y sentirme respaldado por ellos, el sentir que le daba orgullo a mi familia, que honraba a mis padres. Para mí el crecer dentro de la compañía de Combate Global es ir acumulando metas, porque antes de yo estar en Combate Global yo ya soñaba con debutar en esta liga. Yo pienso que con lo que sueño es con tener el cinturón. Hey Pitbull, espero te hayas preparado muy bien porque yo vengo listo para una guerra.
Su oponente, Cristian Pérez.
You talk about the face. This kid's got the face. You see the confidence. You see he's relaxed. You see the swagger and the pride with which he carries the Mexican flag.
He just stole the belt.
All right, he just declared himself champion. Then you get to have that confidence again, my friend.
He pulled like a CM Punk.
He's got that 100%.
Look, he's oozing of confidence, right? The kid's got it. He got the it factor. He got the charisma. He got the athleticism. He got it all, right? I mean, we don't have to tell you anymore. Right. And if you don't believe us, just wait a couple of minutes. You'll see what we're talking about. But as I said earlier, the most important part is his evolution as a fighter. He's become mature. Usually when you get these fighters that are on a long run, they're young, they're very cocky, and they're super overconfident, right? But with Puas, what I've seen is, sure, he comes in all flashy and charismatic, but when it comes to the fighting itself, you see a change of persona. Composed, determined, disciplined, and ready to finish what he is there to do.
On your left, Sebastian Piedrahita from Colombia. On your right, Cristian Puas Perez from Mexico. Defending their flags. Piedrahita, very experienced. You talk about the bright lights here, Combate Global. This is where he wants to make an impression on not just his opponent, but the fans as well. Cristian Puas Perez, incredibly comfortable here in Combate Global. The crowd is roaring for our main event at 155. We are ready to go. They are jawing at each other right now in La Jaula, separated by just a cameraman. Look at the age disparity. The young, hungry, confident Cristian Puas Perez, only 24 years old, same height, a reach advantage for Piedrahita. Can he use it to keep the young gun at a distance tactically? It might be a huge part of the fight. The crowd can't wait to see it. We can't wait to see it. Let's go, Beatrice. Let's make it a main event.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este es el evento estelar de esta noche. We continue with much more action. This is the main event of the evening. División peso ligero, lightweight division. Los jueces son the judges are James Lázaro, Byron Sellers, and Robert Christopher Edgehill. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un Combate Global. En la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing blue, vestido de azul. Su peso oficial, 155.4 libras. His official weight, 155.4 pounds. With a pro record of 11 victories and 4 losses. Con un récord profesional de 11 victorias y 4 derrotas. De Medellín, Colombia, Sebastian Pitbull Piedrahita. En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing black, vestido de negro. Su peso oficial, 155 libras. He tipped the scale at 155 pounds. Con un récord profesional de 12 victorias y 1 derrota. With a pro record of 12 victories and 1 defeat. De sangre mexicana, from Ensenada, Baja California, México. Cristian Puas Perez. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
Acá. Ven acá. Ven acá. We went over the rules, ¿verdad? ¿Tienes pregunta? ¿Tienes pregunta? Chócalen ahora, que Dios los bendiga a los dos. Atrás.
Well, we do get a touch of gloves before round number 1. That says something. Christian Puas Perez in the black, Sebastian Piedrahita in the blue. Mexico versus Colombia at 155. We said it before tonight. Let's say it again. Don't blink.
Don't blink. The respect is there, though, from those. And, you know, Jimmy, you and I have covered and attended fights as fans, but just those fighters that you want to see. Right, they bring that energy, that just walking in.
The it factor.
And this guy has it, man. You feel it. You feel it inside. Piedrahita, though, he has much to prove. Can you imagine if he comes out here with a victory? Woo.
Big upset last time.
We've seen some of those here, Jimmy.
We've seen a few.
Anything can happen.
Justin Vasquez falling his last fight out in Combate Global. Jimmy Pace Jr., big favorite. Local. But
good way of protecting himself, Jimmy.
And that's when you talk about the maturity of Puas Perez. He lands a good combination and backs off.
Right. Cool, calm, relax.
Doesn't let himself get too hot.
Doesn't jump the gun. He trusts the process.
Working on some ground and pound here. A little bit of a Berimbolo guard.
And he is a submission artist, Jimmy, but what we've seen in these previous fights is the power in his fists.
And Piedrahita underneath, inverted guard. You can use this, difficult to use in MMA. Man, you're gonna hear that thudding ground and pound from Perez. Now in a half butterfly guard.
Piedrahita, though, very calm, very cool. He knows what's at stake.
Yep, Piedrahita 11-4 as a pro, a champion in his native Colombia. As we saw a couple weeks ago, a lot of talent coming out of Colombia. Great card in Bogota.
Funny story about that guy. He had some fighters that were going to compete in Russia. Started sparring with them, and he said, hey, I think this could be a gig for me.
I can beat these guys. Wait a second.
And then the rest is history. Is here today. Combate Global is a mixed martial artist making his debut.
Unfortunately, turning his back, giving up mount. Rookie mistake from the veteran, Piedrahita.
Minus. Stuck his foot in mud for Piedrahita here.
Yep. Body triangle.
Oh,
this has the back. It is so hard to turn on your opponent when they have that body triangle.
This is where Puas loves it. That groundwork. So confident. Piedrahita trying to turn here, but Puas doing a wonderful job. Not allowing that here. Full control. Very calm. Very cool. Deep, tight body lock, Jimmy, from Puas.
Yep, very tight. Now looking like he's working on the rear naked chokes. Got to get under the chin for that. 2 minutes left in round number 1. If someone's got a body triangle on you, that is an eternity.
Yes, it feels horrible. Really, really bad.
Piedrahita right now knows that momentum not on his side. The problem is take on a young, hungry fighter. A lot of times that first round, you get them on their heels, get them doubting themselves. Right now, Cristian Puas Perez isn't doubting anything.
But kudos to Piedrahita. You know, he's coming in right to enemy territory. The odds are against him.
Yeah,
but bringing it in here.
Long journey from Bogota. Right now, everything going the way of Cristian Puas Perez. Piedrahita doing his best right now to defend. And a little bit
of smack talk there.
A little bit of jaw-jacking here.
I'll take it.
They are right in front of us.
And look at Puas just looking around. Like,
yeah, he's having fun in there.
Just another day in the office.
Yeah, there's no fun to be had if you're Piedrahita.
You gotta love when fighters are in there and they're just having fun.
Yeah.
You know, that you really enjoy it. It brings the best out of them.
You know what's fun? Dominating a fight.
Well, that's even a lot better.
Cristian Perez is doing so far, and Piedrahita trying to turn and get back to full guard, but that body triangle is just
yeah,
tight.
it's just he just can't do it. You know, Puas just has it really tight. Now he may have something.
Almost in a twister position,
and he got it.
Able to turn all the way around.
Piedrahita landing some bombs for Puas. Puas not going to get back on his feet.
Good
shot. Oh, it tripped there.
All the way into full
Oh, man.
What a turnaround. Looks like Piedrahita might have a second now, defending the rear naked choke. Ooh. 15 seconds left in round number 1. Full mount.
Man, oh man.
From Mexico. Can Piedrahita make it to round number 2?
Might get saved by the bell, Jimmy.
Primero, enfoca a respirar. Respira, escucha. Tienes que presionar más.
Los que entraron lo sintió, huevón. Vamos, y no vamos a aceptar el piso, no vamos a aceptar el piso. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Qué sientes? No te vas a quebrar, marica. Vamos. Los bobos y hueputas estaban diciendo que un solo round. Vamos a demostrarle, huevón, qué es. Vamos a demostrarle que estamos hechos, marica. Vamos a soltar esas manos, Pete. Vamos a soltar esas manos y vamos a encontrar tu distancia. En tu boxeo vas a ganar. Él no boxea más que vos, Caderas pegadas, pilas con el Uchimata. Él no boxea más que vos. Vamos a ganar con tu boxeo, va.
There's the face of a confident young man, Cristian Puas Perez in the black. Taking on Sebastian Piedrahita. Couldn't have gone much better for Puas in round number 1.
Look, right now, Piedrahita's corner is saying, look, they thought that this was going to be in the first round. Let's prove to them who the heck you are. Box him. He cannot box you. And it was, oh, Lord. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Boxing.
Holy cow.
It is over.
Wow.
In round number 2.
Woo.
Cristian Puas Perez.
So much from the hype of the corner of Piedrahita. Wow.
A lightning strike early in round number 2.
Man, oh man.
Piedrahita went at him, tried to throw hands, tried to listen to his corner. Yeah,
He did. And again, if we talk about that maturity, Jimmy, let's take a look at her here. Stiff jab, and that's all she needed. Boom. Done. In and out.
Our bam!
Right in the button.
And then TKO via jab.
Via jab.
In La Aula. Second one tonight.
We talked about it. That's going to be the topic of the night. The jab. Once you figure that sucker out, it's yours.
Like you know what you're talking about. It's weird.
I don't know. Maybe I Googled it.
I did something, because you were right. A ground and pound vicious from Puas Perez, but knocked him down with the jab. Saw him make the belt motion to the boss, Campbell McLaren. Get me a title, son. That is his next step. He's looking like a world beater. Plenty of momentum into 2024. We will make it official when we come back to Combate Global. We promised a banger. They did not disappoint. Cristian Puas Perez getting it done. Beatrice, make it official.
El tiempo oficial, 17 segundos del round número 2, the official time. 17 seconds of round number 2. And the winner by technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico de sangre mexicana, Cristian Puas Perez.
Unbelievable performance from Cristian Puas Perez, moving to 13-1 as a professional. Dominated on the ground in round number 1. Beautiful body triangle, great mount. But round number 2, saw that boxing power, a jab, drops Piedrahita. That is all she wrote.
Yeah, let's take a look at this, Jimmy. And so much for the hype of Piedrahita's corner. Hey, they said it's been the first round, but boy, he needed 17 seconds of that second.
Exactly.
To finish it off straight through here. It almost seems like Puas was just trying out some of his arsenal and then, okay, fine, let's just wrap it up here in a second. But in that first, we saw a little bit of everything of his offense, right? From the top and then to the ground. He had that tight body lock that made it very difficult for Piedrahita to do anything. He was able to get here to the top and transition, and that's exactly when Puas switched it around with this hip toss. You're gonna see right there, bam, right down to the ground, and then in a second, stiff jab, 17 seconds of the second round. That's all Puas needed.
Beautiful stuff, 24 years old, right in his physical prime. 13-1 with a vicious TKO. Not just about the physical ability, but the maturity he showed tonight, Rodolfo. Calm, composed, a few times, unload combinations, back off, let it sink in and go back to the well. And the stats back up what we saw. 21 of 31 with his punches. That was the story of the fight. Very, very accurate. And not just a takedown, the body lock as well. Cristian Puas Perez put the lightweight division on notice for 2024, but there is more to come. Stay with us.
Just great stuff, JB, from Puas. I mean, the guy just continues to amaze us with his performance, and it almost feels, Jimmy, like it was just like testing the waters in the first, and all right, guys, I've had enough. Let's just finish this. Let's go home.
Jimmy Smith, Rodolfo Roman, impressed with our performance. But let's hear from Cristian Puas Perez himself about his performance.
Tienes mucha razón. ¿Qué tal, Carlos? Aquí extasiados un poco. Vamos bajando la pelea. Me siento muy contento por lograr mi cometido.
What I committed,
no importa
about this victory.
Cómo sea la forma, ¿no?
Doesn't matter the way it is.
Yo imaginaba que lo iba a noquear.
I knew that I was going to knock him out with the punches. He was going to fall, just like my previous opponent. That's what I was prepared for.
Sí confío mucho en mi background de jiu-jitsu, a pesar de que
I have a lot of confidence in my background of jiu-jitsu. I have a purple belt.
Mayor grado que yo en jiu-jitsu, ya que él es cinta
and
café,
he has
casi
a brown belt, but he has a black belt. So for me, it's a big challenge or a big goal of mine to overcome it. That's what we're here, to achieve those goals and increasing the levels. And we'll hear on the question as we're translating here from Spanish to English, so bear with us. We'll get right back to the response of Cristian Puas Perez, who just defeated his opponent, second round, 17 seconds by TKO.
Pídelo, este es su momento.
Pues me gustaría enfrentar como siempre a Baby Bull, que fue el peleador que me ganó a mí la vez pasada en una copa, pero si él no quiere pelear conmigo o cualquier cosa, si no quiere enfrentarse hacia mí, no importa quién sea que esté en la división, me gustaría enfrentarlo por el campeonato mundial de combate global. Yo considero que ya he creado un buen legado y ya es hora de que tenga mi cinturón, mi campeonato mundial.
Earn a championship, a belt.
Esos peleadores que
hace que la jaula
We're
se
just waiting on the
prenda en fuegos
response here as,
artificiales y
our
eso es
broadcasting
un don,
team in
aparte
Spanish
de,
is
por
asking the
supuesto, todas tus
question.
herramientas deportivas, pero traes eso más. Así
Right
que
now, but we'll
felicidades.
translate as
Te vi
far as the
llorar
response.
después de esa derrota. Me recuerdo perfectamente de tus lágrimas y
a
me
very
dijiste,
successful
voy a regresar mejor que
victory.
nunca y lo has
Second
demostrado.
one in
Felicidades.
2023,
Gracias,
impressive.
Lindsay. Muchas gracias a toda la gente del pueblo mexicano por querer en mí. En la verdad, ustedes son los que me motivan, ustedes son los que me brindan esa piedrita para levantarme todos los días y seguir adelante. Pues ahora sí, como decimos en mi pueblo, me voy a rajar el lomo para poner el nombre de mi pueblo en alto y sobre todo honrar a mis padres y dejar sus apellidos en alto.
Perfecto.
Felicidades.
Se le empieza a llenar la garganta y el sentimiento justamente al Puas Perez. Es un rockstar por completo.
Those are the words of Cristian Puas Perez after his impressive victory over Sebastian Piedrahita. But we have more to go, this time in the 125-pound division. They always bring it. The flyweights, Ernesto Ibarra, Javier, Valdebenito, when we come back. Welcome back inside Univision Studios. Javier Valdebenito taking on Ernesto Ibarra in the flyweight division at 125. The way this night has been going, it's going to be another banger. Beatrice, get it ready to go. Our final fight of the night.
Entrando a la jaula, Javier Valdebenito.
There he is, the young man from Chile. I say young man, I mean it. Only 20 years old, just getting started in his pro MMA career, a record of 5-3. But he comes in with so much confidence when you watch his fights. Great kickboxing, great angling, great movement, excellent combinations. Really, really light on his feet, even for 125.
Yeah, very technical. That's exactly what he said, that this will be the difference in this fight, the kicks. He says that that's the tool that could make the difference in this fight against the stallion Ibarra, which was chop on his leg, which are cut off his movement. He trains out of the Bahamondes gym in Chile, a very famous one out there where the Ignacio Nacho Bahamondes came out of. And now he competed here inside La Jaula, and he's had a success as a pro fighter here in the States. But this young man trying to live up to Bahamondes, making his second appearance inside La Jaula, coming off a victory in the first round, so he has momentum on his side, Jimmy, and that's always useful when you step inside La Jaula once again.
He says, I'm here to show I'm mentally stronger than I was the last time I was in Combate. I'm a more mature fighter. I'm better now. And that's it. Every fight teaches you. Let's see what his opponent has learned. Let's bring him in.
Su oponente, Ernesto Ibarra.
Look of intensity on the face of Ernesto Ibarra, 8-1 as a professional. Fighting out of Ensenada, Mexico. Trains with the Black Zillions. Man, we just saw Cristian Puas Perez, part of that team as well.
And when you mentioned about Ibarra, Jimmy, he's another guy that went out to Thailand and did his camp out there. He's confident in some of the stuff that they said it humbled him. Said that he learned from different fighters from different parts of the world that brought him and taught him to do different things. But one thing that stands out about Ibarra, right? Most of his victories have come by way of unanimous decision. So I'm sure he's trying to get that victory.
Hasn't had a finish in Combate yet, and that's been a problem for him. Yeah.
So he wants to get the highlight reel. We've seen all the highlights that we've had here so far. He wants to be part of that highlight reel in 2023.
Admires Michael Chandler, Chito Vera, two very successful fighters in the UFC. Purple belt in jiu-jitsu. Will it be a factor? We'll find out when we get started right after this. Time for our featured bout of the evening. On your left, Javier Valdebenito from Chile, only 20 years old, taking on Ernesto Ibarra from Mexico. On your right, 8-1 as a professional. But tonight has been all about stunning finishes. We will see that in this flyweight showdown, 125 pounds. See the age difference. Ernesto Ibarra, 7 years older than Valdebenito, 3 inches taller. Also a 4-inch reach advantage. Only thing similar in this one is the weight. It's our featured bout of the night. Beatrice Callis is going to get us going. Get it started, Beatrice. We're ready.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo. En la división peso mosca, we continue with much more action this bout. In the flyweight division, los jueces son the judges are Richard Green Sr., Byron Seller, and James Lázaro. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. En la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing white, vestido de blanco. Su peso oficial, 123.4 libras y su official weight, 123.4 pounds. Con un récord profesional de 5 victorias y 3 derrotas. With a pro record of 5 victories and 3 losses. From Santiago de Chile, Javier, el Pantera Valdebenito. Introducing the red corner, en la esquina roja, wearing green, vestido de verde. Su peso oficial, 124.4 libras. His official weight, 124.4 pounds. With a pro record of 8 victories and 1 defeat. Con un récord profesional de 8 victorias y 1 derrota. De Ensenada, Baja California, repping Mexico, Ernesto de Stallion Ibarra. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
Cuídate todo el tiempo, escúchame todo el tiempo. Si quiere tocar guantes, toque ahora. Buena suerte a los dos.
We are ready to go. Round number 1. Ernesto Ibarra in the green from Mexico. All smiles, but so is his opponent.
Got that nice mullet too, Jimmy.
I'm rocking the mullet. Javier Valdebenito, that's cool with the kids now. They have mullets again.
Yeah, you know, old fashions turn new fashions.
And back to the 80s. Oh, nice body kick.
Well, we talked about that
with an easy takedown.
We talked about that kickboxing back on Valdebenito. That's what he wanted to put a lot of strength on, but Ibarra knew exactly what he was facing. He's stopping it right here from the start, taking down Valdebenito to the ground.
And if there's been a weakness of Valdebenito in previous fights, it's been on the ground. Last time out, mounted, found himself in trouble, able to come back and get the win, but found himself in some difficult positions.
Training out there with Bahamondes, Ignacio Bahamondes, I know very well. Trained with the guy, and he's had that well-roundedness training here in the States. He's brought that back to his home country and has taught the young studs that are coming out of that camp, including Valdebenito. He's very confident. He said since the last time we saw him, he's been working a lot on his conditioning and his sports psychology, his mental toughness. You don't need that against a guy like Ibarra.
And Ernesto Ibarra, you know, trying to bully the young buck, right? Sometimes you don't really get that man strength until your late 20s, and right now he's trying to test that with Valdebenito, put that pressure on him. Good job by Valdebenito getting back to guard. Eating some serious elbows over the top.
That's what Ibarra said. He said, I feel like I've been here before. I'm very comfortable, and I haven't even reached my peak. So what, define what his peak would be if he's so good right now.
It's always in the future. The best fight is yet to come.
I mean, are we talking Michael Jordan 65 points in a game? And what are we talking about here with peakness?
And looking for that 5-second knockout, perhaps. Make yourself a legend. Right now, Ibarra putting in work against Javier Valdebenito.
Interesting point here, that Ibarra taking it to the ground. Most part, we're so used to seeing him with that stand-up game. Right here, getting that ground and pound work.
Yeah, looking sharp as he's able to keep Valdebenito so far in this defensive position. Now rolling for a knee bar. Toe hold on the other side. It's a battle of leg locks. And Ibarra might have it. He is turning it hard.
It's like a spiral here.
It is. Called a death spiral for a reason. Good job, Valdebenito. Able to get back to his feet.
And this is where Valdebenito wants to fight in defeat. Needs to get off the clinch here, start working some of the kicks. But Ibarra trying to toss Valdebenito to the ground. Valdebenito using La Jaula here, preventing that from happening.
And Ibarra trying to use that physical strength, that physical dominance. And it's Valdebenito on top.
Hands are tied, the hand. Tables have turned.
And they turn again. Ibarra just beasting his way up and now on top. Nice left hand.
Ibarra, just a strong dude for a 125.
Yeah. Valdebenito's got to find a way to deal with this physical pressure. Right now, Ibarra teeing off with the ground and pound. Minute 40 left in round number 1.
Good way of positioning. They're very calm, feeling it out. But it's crazy to think, Valdebenito, 20 years old, 9th pro fight already, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, that's...
Starting him young.
Yeah, back in the day, that never happened.
Young man with a lot of confidence. But Ibarra right now fighting like the veteran. 9 fights, only 1 defeat.
And even that, if you go look at that fight,
yeah,
you know, it's a little iffy.
Very, very close one, to say the least. And now, Valdebenito struggling to get his guard back. Under a minute left in round number 1. Good pressure by Ibarra. Inverted guard. Not going to do Valdebenito a lot of good.
Ibarra definitely putting in some punishment in this position.
Want to make a statement in round number 1. Couldn't have scripted it a whole lot better for Ernesto Ibarra. Everything going his way so far in this first stanza.
Valdebenito trying to grab onto something.
Nice guard pass, transitioning to the back. Beautiful job from Ibarra.
Too fast and too furious.
Pressure again, some powerful punches to end round number 1.
Nasty shots from Ibarra. Man who trained in several places before getting here to La Jaula in this fight tonight. Let's take a listen to the corners. All right.
No hay nada.
There's nothing there.
No tiene nada más.
There's nothing.
Ya está más cansado que tú.
He is tired, more tired than you. All right, show you some of those kicks. If he opens up the guard.
Está más cansado que tú, Javier, ahora.
He is a lot more tired than you.
Lo entregó todo ahí. Lo entregó todo en el primer round.
Ibarra did everything. He threw in everything. He is tired.
Easy work. Vamos. Easy work, Ernesto. Vamos.
I beg to differ about the whole tiredness thing.
Beyond that, Rodolfo, there wasn't one piece of technical advice in that 1 minute. It was, he's tired. Thanks.
Yeah.
What do I do to win? And we are right back to where we started. Round number 2, spin kick and taking somebody down.
Yeah, I mean.
Rodolfo, do you want to hear one of my rules of cornering? If your mom could say it, it's bad cornering.
Right.
Good job, doing great. Give it everything
Here's a pat on the back.
Thanks, Mom. How does it help me win the fight? And his corner told him absolutely nothing.
You did not break it down.
Yes.
You know,
so,
it's like.
It is what it is. As now, Ernesto
The
Ibarra.
pizza tastes great. Okay, girl, well, how'd you get there? What ingredient did you use?
That does absolutely nothing. It doesn't help me cook. Right, so no surprise.
Good job doesn't cut it.
Doesn't cut it, but Ernesto Ibarra up 10-9. All 3 judges' scorecards. He's starting right back where we left off with some ground and pound on top.
Well, I did hear something from the corner. He doesn't want to fight on the top. Well, I think that's pretty obvious.
Yep. Easy work so far in the ground and pound. We haven't seen any real submission attempts even from Valdebenito. It's been a defensive guard the entire time. Ibarra right now.
It's a pretty mirror image of what happened in that first round, Jimmy. Nothing new.
Trying to force that knee through and get the pass. Valdebenito doing a good job.
Not a lot of work for Valdebenito here in this position. He needs to somehow, some way figure out to get this fight on to the feet.
Yeah, he's trying to prevent the pass, doing a pretty good job at that, but
that's not enough.
Not going to win you a round or a fight.
He has a good position, as you stated, with the feet right there by the hips. Perhaps push him off.
Nice butterfly guard. Can he do something with it?
Yeah, he's still holding on to that right leg. Maybe he could finish off the takedown right here. Surely enough.
Little toe grab there.
I saw that.
That takedown.
That was kind of sneaky.
Very sneaky. It prevents the big double leg and slam.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those knees there. Good way of the referee stepping into reminding Ibarra.
Double leg again.
Another
easy takedown.
It's been pure groundwork from Ibarra. Slowing down the youngster, not allowing him to do anything.
I mean, literally grounding him. Not letting him do anything. Valdebenito showing a little bit of that inexperience. He doesn't know how to deal with these pressure situations up against La Jaula. And right now he's getting, we call it grown man in the gym. Like, he's getting beasted.
He has no response to this equation.
Yeah.
Ibarra just having a field day here, working, landing shots from the position.
Just hasn't had to do very much. Hasn't had to defend any submissions. Haven't really been any sweeps. There have been a couple scrambles. But every time they've been in that scramble position, Ibarra's the bigger, stronger, heavier guys. Beats them right back down again. Now looking for the finish. Big jackhammer right hands.
He didn't get to his feet, but Ibarra once again trying to grab onto those thighs to get this fight to the ground, where he has had much success.
Yep, Valdebenito, a little desperation stand-up there.
Valdebenito from this position, of course, is super difficult, but you gotta land something where the opportunity is. Some elbows could do some of the work there.
Oh, beautiful short elbow.
Not from Ibarra, from Valdebenito. He had the elbows.
Oh, look at that Ibarra, beautiful elbow. Definitely verging into 10-8 territory this second round. Domination.
And when we forget, Jimmy, is, you know better than I do, the exhaustion being on the ground for Valdebenito. The mental and the physical, right? Because it's dreading.
Yeah, you're not only dealing with your weight, having to move around, dealing with your opponent's weight on top of you. That can take everything out of you. Trying to transition him out, taking the back. 17 seconds, 15 seconds left to go in round number 2. And Valdebenito trying so hard to stay in this fight.
You know, what they call in wrestling, he's doing that fish maneuver. Just fishing around, moving around, just to escape, not to get caught.
Well, you'll see a round number 3. This is where the corner starts going.
All right, let's see what advice we got here.
Sigues haciendo distancia, golpeando.
Keep hitting, keep striking. Keep that distance. He's going to give you the back. He doesn't want to get any more shots from you.
Okay. Ocupo que estés pesado cuando estés ahí. Tranquilo.
Be calm.
Estás aquí, ¿verdad?
You're here, right?
Lo estás haciendo muy bien.
You're doing it well.
Sigue haciendo distancia nada más.
Keep working the distance.
La guardia, trates de pasar
He
guardia.
opens up the guard, try to pass the guard.
Es el mismo juego, así como estás de pesado,
Same
ya lo
game
estás
plan.
mermando.
As heavy as you are.
Está quebrado.
He's broken. All right, got him with us. He's tired. He's more tired than you.
Pesado.
Wow, that advice is really worth whatever percentage of the card he's getting.
Listen, it ain't Sunday, Jimmy.
Whatever percentage of the pay
it's Saturday, right?
he's getting for this fight tonight. I don't think this is worth it. He's tired. Thanks. It's 2 rounds of telling me the other guy's tired.
Great for the faithfulness, but you got to break it down. Tell me what it's all about, what I need to do to get out of this position, man. Oh, okay.
Nice left hook. That's a good start.
All right, now. And right to the leg. Yep.
Easy takedown.
You know, Jimmy, there's a reason why they created a GPS, right?
Yes.
Right. To tell you if traffic is bad or to take another route, right?
Right.
You just don't depend on getting on the road and see what you're going to expect, right? You depend on something, right? That's why you bought the GPS to tell you where to go.
Exactly.
That's why you depend on your corners to see what you're going to use.
Couldn't agree with you more. And one judge saw it the way I did. I thought last round was a 10-8. One judge saw that. 17-20, 18-20, 18-20. No surprises. The short way to describe it is Valdebenito needs a finish in round number 3, and he's not going to get one from here. Good transition from Valdebenito, finally on top. The crowd showing some appreciation for the young buck.
And I mean, the kid has heart, but you're absolutely right,
that.
Jimmy. You got to give the kid some direction here.
Valdebenito landing some short shots. Ernesto Ibarra, easy sweep.
And in the heat of the moment, right, Jimmy, when you're in this position, you and I, we've been there.
Yep.
You depend on these people to tell you where to go.
Yeah.
You know, what to do, what your mistakes you're doing, and how you can correct it on the spot. If you had a game plan, it's not working, well, let's switch it. Let's do this, let's do that. Now that I just tune into my audiobook and listen to Tony Robbins, I mean...
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Bad coaching sounds like cheerleading. That's bad coaching. Sounds like cheerleading. How tactically do I get back in? And it's clear his corner has no idea. And Valdebenito doesn't seem to have any idea either. But isn't using the jab, isn't moving.
No.
Wasn't powerful with the hips to stop the takedown.
He ain't not doing no tips. He ain't cutting the limbs of the bar. He's letting him come right in so he could grab his leg and take him down to the ground. So
Valdebenito right now exactly where he's been in the first 2 rounds, on bottom, getting punched, trying to get back to guard.
And what I really find mind-boggling is this whole thing about that he's more tired than you.
No, he's not. That is wrong. Ibarra has looked very fresh throughout this fight. And Valdebenito isn't just working hard to get back to decent position every single time. He's also taking punches. And Rodolfo, you and I know how fatiguing that is. Taking big shots while trying to scramble on the ground.
It is exhausting, and it shows his maneuver, his body posture, his movement just tells you that he doesn't have the recipe to get out of that position. He's like a fish, fish out of water.
And these takedowns so far, they haven't been NCAA
Right. They haven't been
simple.
They weren't Kayla Rocco takedowns that she was taking on right. They're making it pretty, yeah.
Into full mount, minute and a half left in round number 3 in a fight that Ernesto Ibarra is absolutely dominating. Will he go hard for the finish this 3rd round?
Total domination on the ground for Ibarra. And I'm sure here with less than a minute 15 seconds to go, Ibarra wants to finish this stuff, wants to pull a bow on it, wrap it up.
Working with the sharp elbows. Javier Valdebenito doing everything he can to survive. Trying to get back to guard, but finally giving up full mount, a minute left. This may be too much.
Yeah, Valdebenito, just look at his face. I mean, he has just no response. No way of escaping this position. The total domination on the ground from Ibarra. There's just no strategy, no direction for Valdebenito here, Jimmy.
30 seconds left to the moral victory of seeing the final bell. Well, that's all Valdebenito. should he see it, can really take out of this fight. Managed to make it to the end. Sometimes making it to the end just means a longer beating.
Right. What good is that?
The young man from Chile, you can't question his heart. He's still fighting to the end, but outmatched tonight by the veteran from Mexico from start to finish. Great performance by Ernesto Ibarra. The Stallion continues to ride, and yet has hooves all over Valdebenito. Love the action on TV? Come check it out live. It was a one-sided beatdown. Let's see how the judges saw it. Beatriz Callas, make it official.
After 3 rounds of much more action, this is the final decision. Después de 3 vueltas de mucha más acción, esta es la decisión oficial. All 3 judges turn in identical scorecards of 30-27. Los 3 jueces entregan tarjetas idénticas de 30-27. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Todos a favor del ganador por decisión unánime. Ernesto Ibarra!
No surprise, unanimous decision for Ernesto Ibarra. He moves to 9-1. He said he wanted to finish tonight. He worked hard for the finish, but the guts of Valdebenito kept him in it, but no tactical way out. The Stallion, a great performance once again in Combate Global. Welcome back inside Univision Studios. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. Ernesto Ibarra calls himself the Stallion. That's his nickname. Started fast right out of the gate, never slowed down in that fight.
But didn't get that finish. I'm sure he was aiming for it. It's a very impressive performance here. Total domination on the ground. And listen, the young kid Valdebenito has a lot of heart, but needs to do some work.
Yeah, well, the bar was high tonight. Incredible number of finishes, incredible action all the way through. 155, 125, and the ladies put on an incredible show for everyone here. Thank you so much behind the scenes at Combate Global, and we'll see you next time in La Jaula.